completely breaking it. You understand, Capita? Yes, but I don't know. It just seems so simple.
Are you sure
Well,
you wish to mess with the gods of fate?
we
They have a tendency to not like time manipulation.
we have. Sorry, we have no choice. That's the only way to break the barrier as it is right now.
Uh,
The other reason to do it is
question?
just because it's fun.
Question.
Yes.
Have you tried?
It's only going. It's only going to be for like a half second.
Have you tried digging under the city?
Actually, yes. The barrier goes all the way underneath the city.
Actually, thought of everything.
Wait, is this the capital?
They actually
Yes.
avoided the rookie mistake.
They put a barrier around it finally?
Yeah, one that's
And
fully
the-
spherical.
The barrier's been around it. It's just just they just got it's just you got lucky by bypassing it.
Oh, it's the same barrier. Oh, that's kind of sad.
It's just they got lucky by bypassing it, but they don't. But they're not gonna make the mistake the second time. It's a different barrier, and once all the and once all 100 is back out, it it'd be impossible to pass through it no matter what we do. Fortunately, fortunately, I delayed the castle we're building, so we got a couple of weeks. And by delayed, I mean
The
send a
earthquake that shattered it?
that, and I send a hover cloud over them, an acid cloud over them to melt some things. It's going to take at least a couple of weeks before they finish. That's
That's
also
hard.
that's also kind of why I am. Yeah,
Guys, guys, guys.
Hmm?
that's also kind of why they strengthened the barrier. Sorry.
I have an idea.
What is it?
May just be crazy enough to work.
What are you thinking?
Okay, so hear me out. Hear me out. Cloud kill.
It's not going to work a second time. I just told you.
Did you guys try to do cloud kill?
Yes.
No, not like that. Not like that. Okay, now hear me out. Cloud kill.
Okay. How'd you get?
Wait for it. And this is how we do it. They have a barrier around the entire city, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
We flip it and we reverse the polarity. They can't exit the city, but we can enter.
How would you go about doing that?
Magic.
That overrides theirs, apparently.
Well, no. It's a magic bubble, yes? It's a magic wall that surrounds them.
Yes.
Okay. And it's a dome, yes?
Pretty much.
That also goes underground.
But it lets in uh it lets in air. So you see where I'm going with this, yes?
Reverse it so basically it cannot bring air in, forcing them to have to bring the barrier down. Otherwise, they choke to death.
Yes. Just strengthen the barrier is all. It's already there.
So add on to what they've already put.
It would take me a while, but I just need to set up some things in some key locations, and then we got, well, a bubble. Big old suffocation bubble.
I like it.
But this is the best part. If they're smart and they have the ability to remove parts of the barrier,
That's when the cloud kill happens.
rune traps, cloud kill. It immediately we just launch in, we teleport in. I make some rune traps for cloud kill, trigger them, and they just spread out. And over the course of several days, as they run out of oxygen, and the cloud kill also starts murdering everybody in the city, we could wipe out the entire city.
That's a lot of collateral damage, though.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of innocent people. Some of which I haven't.
Acceptable casualties.
Some of which I haven't.
Okay. Fine. If we don't want to murder every single person because we have morals now.
We always have.
We have morals now.
Okay. It's sad when the succubus have more morals than even you.
I have plenty of morals, thank you very much. I was just thinking about the long-term gain. Plus, I can raise most of those people from the dead.
A lot of time and money to pull that off, though.
Vikrin, you've seen the inside of her dimension.
What is money to me, Vikrin? What is it?
Pretty much paperweights at this point.
Pretty much. Also, speaking of which, Vikrin,
Yes.
I made this for you and your lovely paladin friend. She hands you both a box. Don't open it yet.
Okay.
Don't open it yet.
Vickery puts his into his handy haversack. Alara does the same thing. They're both mildly confused.
Open them once you guys are settled down and you have yourself a nice little ceremony and you're both happy and everything's nice.
At this point, May leans over to Sally and says, "No wonder you don't want her in my tower. Jesus."
She just leans into him. Doesn't say anything more of it. Just says, "I hear you." Now.
Maddie's a girl.
Yeah. Yeah, him. Asada doesn't understand you humans. Yeah, you're all weird and squishy, and not in the normal ways of being squishy. Okay, but if we don't want to just massacre the population, we just want to take out the emperor and those loyal to him. That's the plan, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, so do we know who's loyal to him?
Well, you only have the troops, of course, as well as technically the devils.
So do we know where the barracks are?
Yeah. The map's destroyed ever since he took over.
The map for the city's been destroyed?
Capital, yes.
Do you happen to have an older version?
Okay. So we're working with less than we would be exemplary. Okay.
But do you happen to have an older version of a map, like one that was around the time of the former emperor?
Hey, let me take a look.
Yeah, I just need to know the rough approximation of where people are. It doesn't need to be perfect. That's the thing.
Well, that's
perfect
not
is
good.
nice, but I don't need it to be.
What's not good, Vikram?
I'm gonna have to. I can't find my normal gear sheet. I've got an older version of it, but it's way outdated.
Ooh boy.
Look, most of the stuff is close enough, but just a couple of. I'd have to just redo a few things, and I gotta figure out.
Take a pause for a couple of minutes while you update your gear sheet. I find the map for.
To be fair, I don't update the size of the pocket dimension, except once it's been long enough. or enough things have happened, / I've had enough free time. Because, frankly, calculating in every football field for size
Yeah.
takes a while.
I have, and I have weirdly enough 2 different sheets. One says that I should have over 100,000 gold in reserve. The other says I should have about 6,000. So
Well, I mean, both are true. You have both unlimited funds as long as you deal with Sandra, and you have no funds.
well, I was about to update my sheet to include. I went back through my notes and the chat log here because I've been kind of posting when we're regularly been getting gold just to update my finally. Since we haven't really needed to worry about buying the more minor shit for a while.
Yeah, that's true. Speaking of which, actually, that reminds me. Why
Oh,
don't
wait.
you want me in the tower? Why don't they want me in the tower? Saloon, do you have any idea?
They're probably afraid that you might disturb the students there. Or you might just take their underwear or something.
I mean, please, Saloon. I have better things to do than steal people's underwear.
Saloon looks at Azandra accusingly.
I have better things to do. She holds up Albert.
Is this the first time we've actually seen the rabbit?
I think we've seen it a couple of times.
You've seen it every now and then. It's just like it's a rabbit. This is like the 3rd time that she's actually directly talked about Albert, but he's always just there. And she
Staring accusingly.
I mean, technically not accusingly. What would he have to accuse Sandra of?
You enslaved me. I was happy.
He's got an intelligence of 16.
He matches Vikram.
Yeah. Squeaks at Vikram accusingly.
Never mind, I found a shopping list that should have some of the updated stuff. Yep. It has a lot of the there we go. It has a lot of the updated information, so I can work on this, get everything nice and clean up. Hooray!
Oh.
I finally found the Mac program again.
Yep.
So I see having the Mac in a couple minutes.
Okay.
Yep. In other news,
Yeah, what I'll do is
just watching the person, like, very accusingly, like, how dare that mage say that she can't go in their tower? What gives them the right to say who should be in that tower and who shouldn't be in that tower? What makes Sandra so bad?
Got you pay the tuition fee.
I mean, I can.
You do realize there's only one student, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And she got burned in under special circumstances.
And I should be the one training them. Obviously, I am the superior wizard.
Speaking of wizards, you also see a special guest.
Who do we see?
Yeah, that's also a problem because you also see, like, what you call his grandfather, Archibald.
Oh, Archibald Smith?
Yeah.
You know, I could just awaken all the dogs and the rats in the city. I could research some way to make a mass awaken spell and turn most of the city's animals into good aligned creatures.
Okay, based on this loose math, I will be kind of having to, again, play a little loose and fast with this. But I think I've got in reserve somewhere in the neighborhood of maybe 70,000 gold that I've just been collecting over time.
Hey, guys, I have a plan. Instead of just making a cloud kill, I reverse the polarity and use it to make a mass awaken spell that makes all the animals get to be good.
That actually would be entertaining.
Does that work for you, Vikran?
Are we
A
going?
little worried about the. I'm a touch worried about the sheer number of animals that will be awakened, but it's a less deadly method of dealing with the problem.
Are we going to have to deal with the a potential war against the horses and the donkeys?
I mean, to be fair,
They're good aligned. They wouldn't start that shit.
To be fair, like the worst thing that would happen is some of them want to have citizenship. And well, frankly, it's not like awakening passes on from parent to child.
I thought it would have. Oh well.
Yeah, you would think it would. It doesn't though.
So there are going to be parents that are going to have dumb kids, and they're going to be wondering why. Nay.
Kinda, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of other things we could do besides just that. I mean, again, we could just bubble them up and be like, okay. And the devils, you know, are still things that need to breathe, most of them at least. And getting all sent back and then having no way to get back to the material plane is a downside to them.
They would drastically reduce their numbers.
Yeah, and the citizenry would revolt pretty quickly at that point because, you know, the emperor would have to put down the barrier, but if he puts in the barrier, he's
Risking everybody else getting in. Those that he don't want.
Yeah, exactly. We just need to play off of that to get our advantages.
Yep.
Take everything with a grain of salt, and we're fine.
Yep.
I also think Vikran's finally going to be upgrading his buckler that he hasn't done anything with most of this game.
God, what exactly? What was my buckler made out of? I can't remember. Oh yeah, it was mithril.
No, mine is steel.
Oh, I was looking at mine. I had one and I just never used it outside of taking advantage of that extra AC bonus.
Oh yeah, I forgot I got Vikran. Oh, that's where some of those numbers came from for my break that I reversed later on for the bracers of archery greater. I forgot I got that.
So now, follow me on this, guys. We take that advantage we've been given because they've literally walled themselves up. But the thing is, they haven't put in the escape route.
I somehow don't think they had thought of an escape route.
I'm pretty sure they were just thinking about how can we stop Cassandra from raiding our capital again. Dear God, that Cassandra woman's really, really scary because everyone seems to think that I'm really scary for some reason. Like I'm some sort of horrific monster that's just going to randomly.
You do wield a significant amount of power, which does breed worry.
And I use it very casually, to be fair.
That too.
I mean, to be fair, it's kind of what makes me so effective at my job is the fact that I don't show the normal restraints that other mages
Toss
do.
caution in the wind.
I don't believe so. She's too smart to do that. I would more argue. I wouldn't even call it rule bending. She's just a troll.
I've rebuilt the playbook from the ground up.
Yeah, she's casual with the high with powerful magical effects that don't really hurt anyone, especially.
I mean, to be fair, I've talked about using Cloud Kill to wipe out cities, but that's more because that's one of its effective uses. And noting that is one of the reasons why I pointed out, because it's something that can be used in case we need to.
Yep.
The ability to wipe out a city is fairly easy when I can just make, you know,
and
an
of
entire
course,
housing block just...
The D20 site is shitting itself.
Yeah,
I noticed that.
Just make an entire housing block vanish.
Yeah.
Well, eventually, Lady Battle shows up with a map. It's like, okay, this is pretty much the oldest map we found before.
Is Lady Balor the wizard?
Balor's. I thought this is the Empire, the capital.
No, we're in the port city. Valor.
Yeah.
This is the oldest map we could find before the Four Rivers.
Before the Four Rivers? Okay. So we need to figure out what our plan's going to be.
Well, we got a lot of farmland around. Don't want to do anything to damage that.
Oh, no. That's exactly what we want to damage.
Yeah, what was the time of year again? Was it like fall? Is it like harvest time, or?
Around harvest time.
Okay, so roughly how long until we like hit winter?
Probably a couple of months.
All right, so basically like probably like 3 or 4 months there. Okay. So,
Never mind. They're gonna be not super flush in supplies just yet. They're gonna be getting there. It's hard.
Well, we kind of torpedoed any ability. We kind of ruined any ability for them to harvest. They've locked down before harvest season really began. They're probably living off
also
of
there's the
stored
fact they were
foods.
too busy trying to repair a castle that got hit by 2 earthquakes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well then, I have a suggestion.
what is it?
We do all 3 of my plans.
Reverse polarity.
We bubble, awaken, and then we bribe the guards with food.
Well, let's just say an army marches on its stomach.
They'll ration from the citizens first and probably let them starve.
Well, we're going to ration the citizens as well. We're going to keep them healthy as well. But the point being, I was mentioning we're going to feed the guards as well, is to make sure that was noted. Because I know there's some
Be
people
right
that
back, I
were
forgot.
thinking about not
Be
feeding
right
the
back, I
guards.
forgot my food.
Okay.
Again, we can't just ignore the guards because it suits our needs at the moment.
Yeah.
We need to factor in every little detail. And then squeeze them. You know, balance in all things.
Yep.
And then those guards that sided with the evil emperor, we take 50% of them, and then we say, we're now going to draw random lots. And the 50% of you that get the red lots are dead. The 50% that get the white lots live.
So duck, duck, goose.
Well, I guess if you want to call it that. Also, see, I've been working on getting these magical rocks. I'm thinking of calling them gems of endlessness.
What would they do?
I was making an Infinity Stones reference. Infinity Stones, gems of endlessness.
Alright, never mind, because once again, my mom turned down the temperature.
Don't worry. On the plus side, you don't have to worry about the fact that Assandra is trying to build gems of infinity or gems of endlessness.
Are they going to pop out more power constantly?
I was thinking more that they're just the Infinity Stones are Marvel.
That's
You
scary.
make yourself the Infinity Gauntlet and just walk around carelessly using it?
I mean, careless implies that there's a negative to my character's usage of it.
Look, unless you somehow don't use it to bring nibbles into real life, then you're abusing it.
I mean, I'm already building up what I need to do, Nibbles. I need a bunch of wishes for that, mostly. And a dragon.
Well, there is an evil dragon in the mountains.
Yeah, pick your pick. Do we want the red or blue one?
The one we kind of have a deal with, let's not fuck with.
So, red one.
Yay! So Nibbles will be lawful good. Go! I shall make Nibbles real. In the hearts and minds of every child, Nibbles is real.
Breath
Oh.
Invader?
Well, he's literally going to be real. At the end of
Thus the point of my statement of I'm going to make Nibbles real in the hearts and minds of every child.
Plus, having a lawful good dragon, that'd definitely be a good bit of protection right there.
Nibbles, slay thy enemies in cuteness.
Hey, two more guests has arrived. Like, hi. This is a fine party you have here.
Who arrived?
Accent Smash, the former leaders of the Red Roof Company.
Hmm.
Yay. Okay.
Hi. What's up? No, wow. The Emperor told us to, in no terms, to fuck off if you will. So we want a little revenge.
Welshing on a contract, that's never a good thing.
He looks at the map, is like, oh, okay. So this is it.
It's an older version, but that's what we got to work with.
Okay, so pay attention, because this is important.
Ooh, you're gonna give us the down low, the dirty secrets.
Around here is the arena.
That's what?
The arena. The the quote unquote championship arena.
Alright. I marked that down.
Send men to
Bloodsports.
die.
Yes. Alright, so I've marked that area down. So this is the arena.
Guys, we get to participate in blood sports.
Will I have time to upgrade armor?
There are various whorehouses.
I haven't participated in blood sports since I was in the academy.
What kind of academy did you go to?
Of course, Taurus is right term for sex slaves.
Yeah, that's an area of liberation that's going to be done.
I mean, as I said, we can just do our plan. You know, it works. You know, it's a solution to all of our problems, and it handles the big issue of what we do. And there's an area. I can awaken them.
Exactly. Awaken them.
I think the best part is like, there's multiple ways that
I can technically upgrade everyone to +5 armor.
Nice.
Well, bears are all here.
That will take per armor 13 days each.
But you have assistance.
Go.
Or can you not do assistance?
I follow the same enchanting rules. The only difference is I use craft armor instead. And that's with the rushing. I didn't realize that assistance could reduce it by significant amounts.
Kind of sometimes.
Theoretically, yeah. If they provide me magical aid, I should be able to do it. Especially if if they can themselves do craft. But again, I'm working at minimum level 15 here, potentially to craft it on their own, unless somebody of a lower level can help craft a larger item, as long as the main person. It's weird how these rules work.
Sandra, do you have like a smith or something in there?
The answer is they're not weird, they're broken. Why do you think Cassandra's a crafter? And to answer that question of, do I have a crafter? Do I have a smith? Yes.
Well, if I can get enough assistance to reduce it to a couple of days per armor, I just don't know how far it can be reduced.
We don't really need it.
Huh? What?
Well, I mean, do we really need that armor?
Okay, I'm walking around in +1 armor. So's Alara.
I technically am not walking in anything just other than basic body armor.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Okay.
Yeah, we have not had time to sit down for a while.
Oh, okay. So you guys need magical armor, right?
Yeah.
Well, I can build it. I just need people to help me to make it go faster.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, how much does it cost to build +3 armor?
45,000, not including any of the special abilities. Sorry, 4,500. 4,500. Added a zero there. Oh, we have existing armor which can be upgraded itself, which will save time.
So 45,000.
100. 4,500 is the base. Is the upgraded cost. It would take 9 days to produce that, but you can get down to 5 if you do the rush
Okay.
version of it.
So you two both want +3 armor or better, +5 potentially.
Again, you said that you've got other things that you're working on magically. I can handle the magic armor, no questions asked.
No. I'm just thinking.
I'm just gonna bring in my character sheet to double check, make sure that I can that if I even need to do the rolls, since my craft armor is so high.
Yeah.
Okay, but focus on just the +3. That's a +2 to your AC. And then you gotta keep in
23.
mind,
I get 20. I get 25. That means I can do. Yeah, I can do this armor easy. Yeah, because the power of the caster level of +5 armor. Maybe 20. Yep, I can actually make. If I'm not having to do anything else with the armor, I can do +5 armor without even needing to roll. I just do it.
Okay.
So even if I roll the 1, I get the minimum needed.
Okay.
But generally, I assume if you roll high, you can reduce the time.
I think it's something like that.
But okay, so how many days will it take you to make a +5 armor?
If I'm doing it from scratch, assuming I've got a masterwork piece of armor, it would take me 13 days on my own. If it was just generic +5. I'm not exactly starting from 0 though, because I do have magic armor for a couple of people in the party already, which will reduce the time by a little bit, about a day each, assuming they're +1.
I mean, I already have better than +1 armor, so Sandra doesn't mind. To answer your question, though,
I just need to know what the rules are for those assisting, how much they can reduce the time by.
they can do 1,000.
Okay, so how many people can you lend me that can enchant magic armor? Unless I can technically dip into my pool. Wait, no, I don't think I have enough people theoretically that can even do.
If you have any fighters that are smiths, then they'll be able to help.
Well, Ty, we've never gone over my followers, like ever.
You have the leadership feat, yes?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good
So
thing
you
to.
can have, I believe the cap is 10.
Okay, there are some modifiers working that are in place working. I do actually have the +1 for Great Renowned and +2 for Great Renowned and +1 for Fairness and Generosity.
Either way, you still have. I
I
think
have
the
a
cap
+2
is.
on top of my level. That means okay, I've got 35 level 1s, 3 second levels, third level, and a fourth level potentially, assuming I have a +2 above my normal.
Yeah, but
above my,
it would still only be.
level.
You can only have 10 people working with you, which basically means you can get, 10 times the work done because they're basically doing all the minor work. Like you're doing all the big time. Like you're the guy going in and actually putting the magic.
I am mixing the very volatile chemicals, very volatile magical chemicals together, and doing the rune work.
Yeah. Or in the case of Sandra, she's literally pouring the magic in, and then she's having other people basically do the detail work.
Yeah. So theoretically, the thing is, I can't exactly say that I've got just 10 smiths following me around. I probably have maybe 4 or 5, or people who are trained in smithing, but I don't know if they can assist.
You can just find people though from the Empire to help. But yeah, it's 10, but it may be more. But let's just go with 10 because that's what I've been going with.
Okay,
for
got it. So
Sandra stuff.
so
because
I
it's
can
just,
do 12,000 GP a day with all this assistance. People being able to maintain the forge's temperatures, things like that. The
yeah,
stuff
it's
that
also just
normally I
doing stuff like that, maintaining and delivering materials, etc.
Yep.
So yeah, and now you
So
see why arch wizards constantly just have their students running around doing stuff, because that
exactly.
student is basically doing that all the side work that he needs done.
I guess it's time to utilize that feat that I picked up so long ago
Yep.
to its fullest. So, yep, I've got several apprentice smiths that are working with me now, and maybe a couple of journeyman smiths.
Yeah, a couple of the werewolf sneak seem to sneak away with the accent smash is now working for you now.
Got it. Well, I'll be equipping them with specialized anti-magic gas masks.
Okay,
Here, you're
so
gonna want these.
I'm going to have Sandra work on doing the reverse the polarity thing. I need to just she's going to
Okay.
spend several hours looking at the barrier to figure it out and then see if she can do that.
Okay.
Uh,
Assuming that
work on all the other
gold is
stuff.
not, assuming that gold is not an issue, oh wait, crap! I was doing my math wrong. Yeah, it's okay. I can do a +5 armor in 3 days with I can do +5 armor in 3 days now, so that's actually much more manageable. Because it's a base cost for how long it takes. So yeah, it's gonna take 3 days. Because I've got 12,000 I'm working with. So, but that means in 3 days I can actually do up to 36,000 in base cost. Is there anything else people want, like determination, which will be another 30,000, so that'd be another couple of days per armor.
what level is determination as far as like plus abilities?
Determination, determination is not a plus. It's actually a flat cost. It's one of the nice. The flat cost you can have as many as you want on the armor as long as they don't interfere with each other, per the rules as written. This is the defib unit.
All right. Yeah, that would be nice to have.
Yeah, this one gives you an automatic CL10 Breath of Life spell, or level 10 Breath of Life spell, when you hit 0 HP.
Mm-hmm.
And it just brings you back if it's from 0 HP.
Okay, so question.
It can give you a second chance.
So question, since it's technically not a plus armor special ability, does that mean theoretically I could still have a +5 special armor ability added on, or no? I can?
Yeah,
Yes.
the max
Yeah,
that
it doesn't count
armors.
towards it.
Yep, I'm still working on figuring that bit out.
The total enhancement is the total enhancement of an armor or weapon could be +10.
Vikram at the outright highest, if he was level 20, assuming we're not going beyond that, he can handle up to +6 armor.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you got to keep in mind one of the things is, again, that's the total enchantment bonus. So you take all your enhancement things like keen, etc. You add that along with the numerical value, which is why greater magic weapon on a weapon with keen and vorpal is better than having a +4 weapon. Because a +4 weapon, well, it gives it better.
Armor is a little bit different because a lot of armor upgrades. Because there's not a lot of good pluses, to be completely honest. I've never.
Yeah, there's not a lot of good armor upgrades besides fortification and, well, in the Gestalt game, and I'm playing a character that's wearing armor. I'm probably also playing an alchemist, so I'm going to have mummy. So I'm going to be like, Rage, please. I already have a 75% chance to resist all.
So you get what the +1 fortification, so it's 100%. You could never get credit.
I mean, I can. I could also just do other things. There's a lot of ways you can.
The only ones that I would find potentially useful, maybe Ghost Touch if you're in a game with a lot of insubstantial creatures.
We haven't encountered that in a long time.
Yeah.
I mean,
and there are ways to work around it.
Especially at this level.
Ghost Touch has got a lot of ways around it too. There's just, you can get Ghost Touch armor to make it so your armor doesn't get ignored by ghosts.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, again, not a lot of good pluses. The ones that I tend to recommend is if you're a stealthy character, go down the shadow line, which is again just a base increase to the cost. It's not a plus bonus.
Yeah, shadow is kind of good for that.
Yeah. Like for example, Vikram's armor, he's going to be upgrading it, presuming I can borrow the gold printer or the magic item
What
or the
you want to?
material for magic.
Who told you I had a gold printer?
Okay, let me rephrase. Not the gold printer. The printer that is printing out the materials needed to produce the stuff.
Work a few days in the Radish Farm and you'll make up the cost.
Mithril and adamantine, and there's multiple ones here. Okay.
Yeah.
To
Do you
be
have
fair,
one that
the
does?
adamantine one is only producing like a pound of adamantine a day because adamantine's really
I
expensive.
don't work in adamantine that often. I
I'm just
mainly work
pointing
in
out, like,
mithril and steel.
you got to keep in mind that though they're all producing the same value of money, it's not the same total weight, which is one of the reasons why at this point Assange's sheet is basically just a bunch of math equations and me going fuck it, I'm not going to calculate this. Ty, if you want me to, I will fucking figure out how much she's made, but fuck you if you do. I basically.
Yeah.
How about
Because-
no?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm guessing the
I don't
only
want to
people
be
that
doing
can-
calculus.
I'm guessing the only people that can produce plus 10s are people with what? Yeah, they have to have like 30 in they have to have 30 in their caster level or equivalent caster level.
Yeah. And there's plenty of ways to get that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the way I would have to do it is I'd have to be able to get up to level 30. That's the only way I could do it.
I mean, yeah, pretty much.
And at
Don't
that
worry,
point, my
Sandra can
skills
make you
go-
special items in the meantime.
Well, again, I'll work on getting plus 5 armors for everyone. As I said, I would prefer to keep it that we can at max. As I said, 36,000 in upgrade, 36,000 GP worth for 3 days worth of work, so I can get a generic set of armor out every 3 days. So if you've got something like you want it glamored, I can easily do that as an add-on or the lower level.
The way my armor works, I literally wear it underneath all my clothing.
Yeah,
I want to point out the technique.
So
of the
glamour's
spider
kind of
stuff
useless to me.
that Sandra wears is glamored, but she never actually uses the glamour. Like, there's a bunch of things that just on her sheet that hasn't come up. Like,
yeah, like
Albert comes up rarely because he's constantly assisting with the fact
Sorry.
that's why she has such a ridiculous initiative
Yeah.
bonus.
and we've got 5 people that need armor, but
No, we don't.
technically,
How many people need armor?
okay, Vicar and Laura need their stuff significantly upgraded. They've got their base on plus 1s, and they've each got 2 pieces that need to be upgraded.
Yeah, Solins is just base level.
Okay, and do you want anything special on it other than determination and plus 5?
Well, can I? That's the only 2 I could have. Is just those 2, unless I decide to go like with a +4 and a +1 or something. Unless again I'm somehow mixing up how this works.
I can give you a +4 with a +1 upgrade, but again, there's not a lot of good special abilities for armor.
Yeah, especially like at the +1 level.
That's the problem. Like, this is why I personally prefer how 5e is just like, yeah, do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Here's some example, just passive benefit effects, like the armor and magic weapon can only be broken in specific ways. Which actually is one of my favorite things. Is I've made basically every custom magic weapon have, for my settings, always have 2 of those traits. One of them being they always cannot be broken.
Vikran has a buckler, I know that much. Does Saloon have a buckler?
Yeah, I have a mithril buckler, and it's just a mithril buckler, so I guess technically +1.
Okay. Yeah, we can also upgrade that with magic. So that's okay. It's 3 people that have 2 pieces of gear. So that's 6, and then we've got Jim Pan has armor as well. Our good friend Kitty Cat.
There are bards that have light armor. Kitty.
Well, specifically, she has a special type of Easter armor that has no spell failure chance because she's also a sorceress.
Oh yeah, you are a sorceress, aren't you? She's just scratching the kitty behind the ears.
Kitty face gives kitty face. Yeah.
Yay.
So that's 7 pieces of equipment, and that's going to take time. And assume I did the base upgrade. That's 3 days each.
Well, if you're also gonna up my thing to plus, because it's already +1, technically I can't Wait.
That will actually save me. That will actually save me some time.
Okay, again a confirmation of how this works because it's just a whole +1
upgrading.
Yeah.
Upgrading a magic item in the same line is only is the cost difference in time.
So if something costs for, let's say +2 says 4,000 and +1 is 2,000, you only need to pay another 2,000.
Technically, +1 armor is only 1,000.
He was just giving an example.
That as the example,
for simple math's sake.
Yeah, it's basically
you're paying the difference.
Done the first bit of the enchanting. It's just you're paying the rest of it to do the rest of the enchanting.
Okay.
Yeah, this is gonna be a lot of math. This game.
Okay.
What? D&D is a bunch of math?
Okay, so theoretically, let me get this math here then. Since my buckler is technically already +1, if we were to upgrade it to say +4, that would then just that would basically add the +3 to it. Would I then be able to have a +4 special ability added on, or would I only be able to get up to a +3 special ability?
Oh, okay. How the plus special abilities work is it adds its number to the total bonus for enchanting costs. So I can only do up to a +5 at my current level. At 18th level, so 2 levels, I can handle a +6, and that's the cap, assuming I'm capped at 20. If we go beyond 20, at 21 I can do +7s. At 24 I can do +8s. At 7 I can do +9s, and if we hit level 30, I can do +10 equipment.
Because which is also where it caps out.
Capped at my is at my character level, or my base attack bonus.
Okay. Because looking at the shield special abilities, there's at least stuff that's useful for me, like spell resistance.
Spell resistance is really easy to get around.
Yeah, but it still helps against low-level casters. So, the generic thugs of the army.
And you can technically put spell resistance on your armor.
True, but that also takes up
the shield, because shield doesn't have a lot of things that are good, besides, making it animated. So then you're
if I remember, doesn't the enchantment bonus from a shield stack with the enchantment bonus from armor?
I don't know.
Honestly, that would take me looking at something that I don't care enough about to look at.
Because the thing is, they're both technically enchantment bonus to AC, but they're also kind of enhancing the item more specifically. God, it's a nightmare trying to figure this out.
This is, again, calculus. It's not actually calculus, but it's it's a shit ton of math, because that's what happens at high level D&D and Pathfinder. Well, 3.5 D&D. This is why people are really liking 5e, because it simplifies a lot of the math. And the thing is, 5e still isn't perfect, but something that's a mix of what Pathfinder 2 is trying to do and what 5e is probably the ultimate solution for what D&D needs.
Okay, got it. Yeah, ramming's not useful for Alara anymore. The bashing still helps because it makes the shield a little bit harder hitting. That's about it. Let's see. Yeah. So okay, what we'll do is on the armors.
Spell resistances do not stack but overlap.
Yeah, they overlap, but they don't stack. So spell resistance. But what I'm talking about is the base enchantment bonus. The plus numbers.
Yeah.
I don't know if I think it's been argued back and forth in Pathfinder for years, but whether if you have an enchanted shield and enchanted armor, if both enchantment bonuses stack together, or if they are or if you only use the better of the two.
I'm just looking up what exactly spell resistance is on the D20 site, and I'm just not finding anything that says, like, if it's coming from a different source, if they can stack.
You use the best one. For spell resistance, you always use the best one, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so
math.
Okay,
it's
so
fantastic.
Just to do determination, and that. Okay. Whoops, did the math wrong there. Okay, I can do plus just from 0. I can do +5 armor with the determination ability in 5 days. Assuming I can only get I can get the 10,000 equivalent of 1,000 gold from 1,000 gold per person up to 10 people assisting me. If I can get it at 2,000, which I highly doubt because that would be too broken. But yeah, so yeah,
To be fair, that's the problem. Like,
yeah.
it just kind of cracks under its own weight. It's like, well, here's what you can do, and it's like, what?
Yeah. So look, I can do these in 5 days. And how much time are we gonna have, Ty? Well, okay, Diplo, how long is it gonna take you to do your big old reversal stuff?
Mostly, it's just a matter of how long it takes for my character to find something, and that's just up to Ty's discretion.
Because as I said, I can do each set in 5 days. Well, technically 5 and a little bit extra, but not much. 4.6 days, but I've got to round up, so it's going to be 5 days each set. And that's focusing just on the main armors, and we have 4 sets for sure. Diplo, do you want me to do your armor?
No, I don't need it. I already have plus 2 or 3.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where Sandra's like,
Yeah,
it's not going to really improve my AC enough to be worth it.
And can your magic enchantment material printers print out the equivalent of what is it? Okay, we're at 55, so roughly 2,700, roughly 27,500 gold worth of enchanting materials in 5 days. What is their output? What is their printing output?
2,000. You're asking for 25,000 gold?
27,500 gold worth of enchanting materials every 5 days.
Yeah.
They can handle that?
Every 5 days, you're asking for that?
Yeah.
Yeah, they can handle that.
What is their max production? Just out of curiosity.
Well, they can produce that in 1 day.
Oh, so basically,
gold is meaningless to me.
Well, I'm more asking for the materials because at some point in time I'd say, "Hey, you've crashed the gold market."
Well, because the thing is, it's after she gets the 10 pounds of adamantine, she then uses it to make the true creation spell rune that's on the wall that then makes 2 pounds of adamantine each day. Then after she makes 10 more pounds, she makes another true creation rune that then can produce 2 more pounds, so she can produce every day 4 pounds. And then there's another one that does it in mithril, and then there's another one that does it in gold, and one that does it in silver, and then there's the one that just does bricks.
Because bricks are needed.
Well, for houses, yes. She doesn't just build the assassin's houses using goddamn magic. That would be wrong.
Yeah. So you use runes to do this stuff.
They're trap runes, yeah. Literally, because when you make a magical trap, you can set a trigger once a day, and you can set any spell to a magical trap, including a passive benefit spell like a heal. That means...
So you can make a regeneration chamber, is what you're telling me.
Yeah. I just have to be able to pay the cost to make the thing, and then I have to pay a cost for making a magical trap, which is like 2,000 for making it only trigger once per day. And it's like, wow, because it gets really exponentially costly to make it even trigger more than once per day. But okay, I can then do that later.
Got it. So Vicar, you just walk into your little factory building that's just spitting stuff out, and I've got all the materials I need.
Pretty much, yeah. It's the pocket dimension inside the pocket dimension inside the pocket dimension.
Got it. So I guess I'll be taking over one of your many forges, probably your nicest forge.
Yep.
Unless
you're right. You're in the forge that's next to the vault that has the cursed sword.
Yep.
Jimkin 666
Yay!
said
You get to hear the screams of the damned.
Can I use the forge that's a bit farther away?
Fine.
Also, before you head out, Vikran, here's my old Mithril Kiko armor. You can use with it as you will. Sell it, scrap, whatever.
We'll put it into storage for the moment. So I guess we'll start with the person who has the armor that needs the most upgrade, which will be yours, Kiri. So
Yep.
when this is done, I'll be able to in 5 days. I'll be spitting out automatically. I'll be spitting out your brand new shiny whatchamacallit, and if I roll if I roll, can I reduce the time it takes to do it, or is that
Sure.
is that not a rule in Pathfinder?
Sure.
We've just destroyed the economy of this setting.
Yep.
Okay, I've destroyed the economy of the setting. Wait, I'm taking the blame on myself.
To be fair, I have been stingy with money, so I guess this is my payback.
To be fair, this is your payback as any GM that plays high-level wizards, because the only way to stop me from doing this is to basically make me do the giant math calculations, and then it just means that I'll do it harder. Yes, I already have one of those. Actually, Jim Pan, if you want one of those, sure. Jim Pan, I'm going to tell you something. I've fused one of those with something that gives me a +4 to all my physical stats.
Ty, could I say I get maybe a +4 for the craft armor check, because there's at least a couple of guys that are competent enough to get the minimum 10 needed.
You know what? Sure.
Yep.
Just asking.
Oh, that's a great one. So fun thing. You can also fuse magic items together if you have the ability
Okay,
to
I got a
from
33, so I beat this DC by 5. So how much do I by more than 5, but not by more than 10? How much would I reduce? How much do you think I would reduce it by?
Also, V, I just DM'd you my wish list, and Saloon is willing to do personal, uncomfortable things to get those things.
Uncomfortable things. What?
Now here's the rose eye. Here's why I rolled 3 times. Cassandra, you discovered that you could flip the barrier over within 3 days, and that the I guess the magic ladies are willing to help you. It's going to take 14 days, however, for them to fix the castle, and then, well, bars back out. So essentially, you have 14 days to do whatever you need to do, or else the barrier will be pretty much unbreakable.
So I have to do this in 14 days, this ritual? And how long will it take me?
Oh, flip the barrier? 3 days.
Okay, we got 14 days, so we're only going to do 2 of these things. And the reason why we're only doing 2 and why is because that means you got 6 days, which gives me another few days to set up the other 2 spells as well. Okay. And then we get to the really fun part. Ready for fun.
Ty, would you say that if I beat the DC by 5, what was it? If I beat the DC by 5, that I can ignore, what was it? That I can reduce the time in half, but I can only do that twice, or something like that. Would that be a fair rule, or what?
You know what? Sure.
Okay, so I was able to get you. Okay, Kiri, I was able to rush your armor out in 3 days.
Okay.
Next
And
set
I
of
also
armor.
noted down what I was because I already gave you the wyvern cloak, Kiri.
Oh, I already had that one? Oh, shit.
I already gave it to you a while ago, a session or 2 ago.
Wow.
So yeah, congratulations, Kiri. You now have determination, a 1 use per day determination. Well, what was it? Breath of life. So if you get taken down, you'll be brought right back up. Except for death effects, that doesn't work those. You will get a negative level though. It's temporary the last 24 hours. But restoration spells are a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I got that one. Next set of armor. I guess we'll be working on Gym Pans next.
Yeah, you work on theirs. I'm gonna work on the most important thing of all.
Okay, so there we go. I was able to get that one in 3 days. Congratulations, Gym Pan. You now have +5 armor with determination.
Yep. Okay. So this will seal it up. This will do the mass awaken, and this one will fill the place with chocolate.
Okay, here we go. This was Alara's armor. I was able to beat the DC by an additional so I was able to get that one out in like 2 days. So I'm at 8 days total. Now Vickers can do his own armor. Again, beat it by 5, so I'm at 11 days. Okay, I'm not going to push my luck anymore. That was a mad dash for Vikrin. So that means...
Yay, mad dash.
Yep.
Okay, well, I'm going to use the fact that he's doing a mad dash to make the ultimate. Yay, okay, so my ritual set up, and thus begins chaos. I mean, to be fair, what's basically going to happen is open war. There's streets.
Unfortunately.
Alright, do you want to know where the bearers and
Well, that's
and
the entire
weapons are
point.
stored?
Basically, we're the fact is the soldiers are going to. Wow, this is really shitty, and everybody's going to be at each other's throats pretty quickly because that's how things work when you're dealing with
Wait.
these sort of things.
Did I do my math wrong for that? Yeah, I did. I think I might have screwed up the math for that. Because I don't know how the hell Vikrin could have gotten that much armor on his breastplate. Because it was only a +1 shadowed armor. Okay, here we go. Yep, Vikrin's only at 11, so I was a little bit off.
Yay, a little bit off. That's fine.
And good old full plate is a +9, which means Laura is now at a nice +14 from that, which means her AC is now a 32. So Vikrin and Laura have the same AC at 32.
How do I have a higher AC than you? Alright, Dex, right.
Vikrin has an effective dex of a +6, which is the cap his armor can handle. I can't get the armor to go any higher.
Mine's +8.
I mean, yeah, there's a point where it just kind of caps out.
Yeah, and if I were to start switching to armor that had a better armor cap,
That's probably why.
What would happen at that point is I would just be trading dex for armor.
Oh, that's why I have higher. It's because I have natural and dodge.
Yep, I don't have the dodge. I don't have a natural bonus to dodge. I have a +2 from natural armor and a +2 to a deflection bonus. So yeah. And hey, our armor is now better.
Nice.
That's good. We got better armor. Now we all won't die as much.
Yep.
Also, to be fair, like the moment Sandra can upgrade those magic rings of hers to not be just +20 to resist, but like 30 to resist on elemental damage, you know, she has to fail a save, and the save has to deal over 60 damage for her to take anything.
Damn.
I mean, let's be fair here.
Yeah.
She's steadily just becoming a.
Technically, there is one type of armor that would give Vikrin more, but it's not by much. Wait, hold on.
I mean, we can get you that armor, Vikrin. Vikrin, we can get you that armor.
Well, okay, actually, the reason why Vikrin's armor isn't higher, even though he's a fighter, for that dex bonus, that I just remembered, he does have the armor training. It's just he only has one level of it technically, because all the other ones he's been using the advanced armor training for the entire time.
I mean, can you blame him? Advanced armor training is really good.
Yeah. So the only way to get more armor defense is probably through things like dodge and upgrading my natural and deflect bonuses. But hey, we're at least a bit better armored now.
Yay! Now then, let's kill. Triggers. Okay, so yeah, feasts for the soldiers that are willing to turn on the Emperor. Those that aren't will suffer the consequences and suffer Assandra's wrath.
So obviously you have to sneak in through before you flip the bird. So stealth check.
Yay! Somebody's stealthing. Who's trying to stealth?
Alright, stealthy? Okay. Who wants to be stealthy? We can be stealthy.
Okay.
Well, you have to stealth in order to actually get close to a barrier.
We also have invisibility.
I cast invisibility on myself. And does anyone else want invisibility on themselves?
Oh, never mind.
High level
no.
D&D, Ty.
I forgot invisibility. That means
Yeah.
Everything like
I would
doesn't,
like to note that if Alara has invisibility, her stealth goes from 2 to
22.
yeah.
so annoying of it. Okay, so
yeah.
That's my stealth check.
no, I was trying to figure out what check you need to actually try to flip the barrier.
Yeah. Well, as stated in Critical Role, we're basically gods.
Actually, in those last 3 days, Vikram's going to do one more upgrade to his armor. He's going to upgrade that to the highest level of stealth ability. So he now has just a flat plus 15 to his stealth. Because I do have 3 additional days, and
I thought. Yep. So that brings your stealth to what?
And I'm able to get it done in like 2 days. Woohoo! Yeah, because I believe that specific armor upgrade is not as high. The stealth one, yeah, it's technically a plus 5 upgrade, but it was in the plus 5 upgrade family, but it's not as high of a. That's the improved. I want the Shadow Greater.
Yep, which grants an additional plus 15.
Yep, I just got to check its caster level requirement.
Right?
Yeah, it looks like plus 10 for Shadow, so yep, plus 15. I can handle it. Just need somebody to cast Invisibility and Silence on it while I'm doing it.
I cast invisibility and don't think I have silence.
Well, as I will point out, it's high level D&D. At this point,
Yep, I do. I have silence.
And encounters are either trivially easy because we have a caster, or they're excruciatingly hard.
Because they have a caster.
Alright, you said you needed silence and invisibility. Bing, bing.
Technically, I don't need them because I can, as I said, I can roll so high I can just ignore those needs just by increasing the DC by 5 per each thing I'm missing. But it's always helpful to have someone cast it. So yeah, I beat the DC to double. So hooray!
Yay! You did it, Vikram. You're the greatest.
I would like to note that in just standard scenarios, my stealth is now a 40.
Yay! You're almost as good as Greg.
And I have a ring of invisibility. So
yes, you're almost as good as Greg. It's almost like Greg's literal creature type is Invisible Stalker.
yeah.
Alright, so you're ready to try to flip the barrier?
Yeah, let's do this. Ah! So I do the alchemy sign.
I think Vikram can sneak up with a 73.
Huh?
I think Vikram can get close with a 73.
Yeah.
So we all do the alchemy sign together. We all do the Full Metal alchemy sign, and then we're like, haha, magic. And then we call it science, and then we laugh as we make these men of devils fear us. These metal men
Or
of
5 while invisible. She's not best at stealth. Don't worry, I intend to fix that after this campaign. After this chapter, the campaign is over.
Yep.
Your stealth armor.
yay. And and then in the meantime, between this and the next chapter, I'll run things, and it'll be beautiful and wonderful. And I have no idea what I'll run. Maybe horror. Who wants to do Call of Cthulhu?
I'd be interested in trying it out.
Never tried it, so I don't know much about it.
Well, it's Call of Cthulhu. I need to see if I can find a PDF copy of 7th edition.
I do know I prefer playing the more modern eras, but that's just me.
Oh, I'm going to do Modern Era because
Nice.
I have a few Great Depression scenarios written by Caleb Stokes, my buddy Caleb Stokes, and they're all amazing, and I could run those, but I'm not feeling like running those necessarily. Though I may run some of those because they're great too, like The Fall Without End.
Yeah. So Vikrin is just gone. Back to you.
No!
73 just gone.
Sandra's just on the ground crying. No, Vikrin! Why? Why?
Yeah, it's
She's
amazing.
shaking her fist.
We have just a 5-point difference in our stealth.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, I'm heavily specialized towards stealth, and do get a slight bonus while in favored terrain of +2.
To be fair, you also have to deal with the downside, of course, that you actually have to.
The downside of what?
You have to deal with, of course, the most important thing of all, the most deadly of things. The fact that if a person with true sight's looking at you, they're just like, huh. Ranger.
Yeah, but I also have the basic stealth as well. The invisibility just makes my job easier.
Yeah, I know. I just love the idea of just this. You're sneaking up on somebody, and then they turn around, and you're invisible, and they're like, "Hi."
Yeah, even
True
though that's
sight's
only
very fun.
it only reduces my stealth by 20. So I would like to note now that I can effectively do sniper shots and still stay stealth.
That's scary.
Question.
Yes.
Yes.
Rogue sneak attack. That's just a rogue only thing, right?
Yeah, sneak attack's a rogue only.
Oh well.
Because it's a. The only other way you can get sneak attack is being an arcane trickster, like I am. To be fair, that's what makes my spells
I have
so
something
fucking
similar called
deadly.
stealth attack, but I can only use it while in favored terrains or against favored enemies.
Actually, yeah. So I want to point out that's why Sandra's so terrifying. It's the combination of Mystic
Whale
Theurge and Arcane
728
Trickster.
said plus
It lets her
15 to sleep from
basically-
armor.
Just because the ability to sneak attack with area of effect spells is kind of silly. And the fact that I can just randomly declare any time per day, like 3 of my spells are, oh no, they get sneak attack. How? Why? They just do.
Okay,
I
now
don't
my
have to
Myth
justify
Weavers
it.
isn't working.
Pardon?
My Myth Weavers isn't working now as well.
Yeah, Mythweaver was a bit slow this morning, I noticed.
Yeah. I'm having server issues.
I guess we could take a break while everything's restarted.
But we're doing that. We got our plan. We got our spell. We got our magic.
Got some armor upgrades, so a little bit
Yep.
Anything you want to do? Because once you fit this barrier, pretty much all hell's going to break loose.
This is the
And pretty much all but the final boss is going to be after.
I
remember.
mean, the final boss is dead already because we already killed him.
Well, the replacement final boss.
The replacement final boss. Is
Pretty much.
Is it just him back, but wearing a different
No.
hat.
No, I meant
Please, no, Ty. It's gotta just be like you gotta use the same image, but it's just
Yeah, we
Oh my
kind of
God.
dropped a nuke on Ryu, and he got his soul dragged to hell, where there's now probably a civil war between the devils fighting over it.
pretty
no, no,
much.
it's just the devil wearing a Ryu face mask.
Yeah, but without the sword, which is what pretty
Which
much
we
what I'm
destroyed.
saying. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the point. It's funny.
I meant the Godfrey brothers and Mr. Winchester, as in replacement final bosses.
Well, Mr. Winchester is simple. We get close to him and stab him till he's dead. He's a gunslinger. Their biggest weakness, being flanked.
Wait. The new final boss is a gunslinger,
Yep.
and that's it.
Well, we also have the
Well-
Emperor.
No, the Emperor's weak. I know we kill him, but the Godfrey brothers aren't.
established that I can use lesser geese on the Emperor.
But
Also,
the
I
Gar-
want, wait, Winchester survived? Didn't he get killed by Ryu in the duel?
Nah.
Oh, he survived all that? Okay. Man, he
Well,
must fucking hate the Emperor.
Just remember, I probably could walk up to the Emperor and bitch slap him, and he would go unconscious.
Hey, let's be nice. He could be a nice guy for all we know. He's just misguided.
He killed
No,
his parents,
he's
had their
not.
souls trapped in a sword, and then sent Ryu on a crusade across the world, trapping the souls of the guilty, the innocent, and devils, all into one thing that nearly took down a dwarven forge city to destroy the damn thing.
See? Maybe misunderstood.
He went on a worldwide crusade to take over the world in the name of Asmodeus.
You just had to piss off the one guy on the planet that wants to see Asmodeus unseated from the Nine Hells.
Who?
Vikrin, he has a hatred for Asmodeus.
I mean, that's not really going to solve anything, Vikrin.
Maybe we can have someone else take over the job that I don't hate as much.
I mean, to be fair, Asmodeus is good at the job, at least.
Still want to see him, cast into the Nine Hells as a weakened soul.
That's not going to happen.
Grumble, grumble.
He's divine.
Grumble, 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 grumble.
Like, Vikrin, if we want to do that type of thing with Asmodeus, we're going to need to take somebody and have them absorb his divine essence, take his mantle.
Well, I mean, there is, Lucifer, who he unseated previously. I'm not a fan of his either, but not nearly as much hatred as.
We're not just. No, I'll do it. I'll take up his mantle.
You'll have to become evil to do that.
Does insanity count enough?
I mean, would anybody really not see it coming?
You take over the Nine Hells, turn it into a neutral good organization.
Why is the god of the Nine Hells neutral good? What is the setting?
We do not speak of that.
We don't talk about the fact that the god of the Nine Hells is neutral good. How? How do they exist? We don't quite get it. They just kind of took over one day and said, "Bow before me, mortals," and then they bitch slapped somebody.
Some weak ass emperor, wannabe emperor, who is now who is now the paralegal of the god of the Nine Hells for whatever reason.
I mean, there's a lot other things I could do. I could be like, how do we want to handle this? There's a lot of ways we could do this.
Hey, maybe we should get templates at some point. Get even more bullshit.
What are you doing, Assange? I'm using Wish to make myself a half dragon.
Vikrin will go. I think it's is it half divine?
No. It's half celestial. Like
Oh,
I
yeah,
would
Vigor
wish to make my health half dragon, half celestial,
goes
and
half
half
celestial.
devil.
Well, you can only have one template technically.
Inherited template. Only one inherited template. But the thing is, one of those three that I listed can be taken as not just an inherited template.
Yeah. Well, Vikram
So,
would gain. Vikram would gain the what was it? A template from Iomade. It's not Iomade. It's Alara. Alara gets just the basic holy one. Vikram would get, as I stated earlier, Vikram gets half celestial from Desna. In a sense, becoming an avatar of hers. I have no idea what we would. You know what? Maybe we should have our half vampire just go full vampire.
No. Obviously, we make our half vampire, half lich.
No.
Let's talk to the vampires, see what they want to do.
Come on, go full dread vampire. We can use an atonement spell to make you lawful neutral again.
Would I still be weak to the sun and all the other vampire weaknesses?
A dread vampire, no. Their weakness, they get to decide what it is. A friend of mine was playing one, and what his weakness was the new moon. Was when there was a new moon, as he was trying to become kind of a god of the moon. So that was when he was weak.
Guys, better yet, we make her half celestial.
So a quarter celestial?
We make her half celestial, half vampire, half human.
Technically, I'm kind of half human.
Vampire, half human, and then we put half celestial in there. Just
half celestials are. Okay, here's the problem: celestials have to be good aligned.
We can just shift her up to lawful good. It doesn't affect anything else. Her god's lawful neutral.
Yeah. Oh, nice! Once I get to 20 hit, 19 and 20 hit dice, if I go half celestial, I get resurrection.
So where are you getting these template information from?
Template information's just in the
templates.
monster compendium because that's the issue. Like, this is again why I point out that sometimes you just need to do things like what 5e did. It's like, you want to play a half dragon, use the dragonborn race. The problem is the dragonborn race kind of sucks. And the other problem is that because they made dark vision, low light vision, dark vision one thing, it's both very good and very bad. Because it means that dark vision, which was supposed to basically need no light, now requires a little bit of light, and people forget that. You can't just walk around in the dark. You actually do need light.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm a squirrel. And we have Albert. Don't worry, guys. We'll make Albert the god of rabbits.
He wears a Pope hat. He wears a Pope hat all day.
I mean, yours to me. To be accurate, I've used Albert as a name for a rabbit before, and last time I used him, I gave to an NPC that my character liked a Flemish giant, and specifically it was like, "Oh, aren't they a cute couple?" And Albert's a normal
Holy
rabbit.
Shit. Holy Aura, a tiny reliquary worth 500 gold points to run that. Damn, that's a powerful spell.
But I just love the fact that it was just like, oh yeah, people didn't really pay any mind that my rabbit like has this rabbit that can basically he can ride on like a mount because it's that much bigger.
Hey, Diplo.
Yeah.
You have the ability to drop a Holy Aura yet?
What spell level is it?
It's a 8th level cleric spell.
Yes.
It requires 500 GP to run and a casting time of 1 standard action. It's 1 round per level, per caster level, and it gives you 4 things. First, +4 deflection bonus to AC and a +4 resistance on saves that applies to all attacks. Second, spell resistance of 25 against evil spells and spells cast by evil creatures.
Nice. Okay.
And the third one is protects the recipient from possession and mental influence, just as protection from evil does. So this is kind of a souped-up protection from evil.
Yeah.
Finally, if an evil creature succeeds on a melee attack against the creature warded by Holy Aura, the offending attacker is blinded. Fortitude save negates as blindness, deafness, but against Holy Aura's save DC. So if something evil tries to stab us, it just blinds.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I could use that.
And this is the blindness / deafness ability. This is which is permanent. It can be removed, but it's a permanent
Oh
effect.
my goodness! I can just start blinding people and be like, "And now you're blind. And now you're blind."
Yep.
You have given Asandra power. Be that good or bad, ye decide. And this is the problem, like, there's just too many spells.
At a certain point, yeah. And you said you're a Mystic Thurge. Is that basically like the wizard of the divine?
Asandra technically is a cleric. She's got cleric and wizard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Again, what part of my sheet? I've repeatedly referred to my sheet as being a mess, not only because I'm a bit messy sometimes with character sheets, but also because literally it's just a mess because of all the different
Oh,
things.
Jesus Christ.
What?
The hit dice the target equal the caster's level. Just effect deafened. This isn't. Sorry, no, this is holy word. I'm reading something else. My mistake. But yeah, holy word. Any non-good creature within the area of holy word suffers the following. Any non-good creature. Oh God.
Yeah, that affects me.
Neutrals. Yeah. Equal to the caster level. Deafened. Up to the caster level -1. Blinded and deafened. Up to the caster level -5. Paralyzed, blinded, and deafened. Ow. Up to character level -10. Killed, paralyzed, blinded, deafened.
So basically, I can kill anybody that's 8 hit dice or less. Also, I want to note that
With
I think
holy
it's
word.
kind of weird that they were able to find a doppelganger that could match Asandra.
Same with Vikrin. I mean, getting to that level is
Yeah.
really
Not
hard to
just
get.
that, but I mean, you gotta 1, be trained in a cleric. 2, you gotta learn rogue stuff. 3, you gotta combine the cleric and the wizard stuff. And 4, you gotta be a fucking wizard.
I never did get to check to see if my quote-unquote doppelganger actually was just a human or actually a Damphia.
I like to go by the idea
It
that
actually wasn't. It actually was a damn.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is why I kind of like the idea that they didn't look anything like us. It was just the One Piece thing, but the fact that they were actually competent was kind of, ruined that joke. It was like, oh, they're actually good at what they do. That ruined the joke, the fun of that.
Yeah. So yeah, well, at least we're a little bit tougher now, and we'll probably be upgrading our equipment in between.
I literally have no idea what else I can do to upgrade my gun.
I know what we can do.
Range. Always get the range. Always get the ranged positive quality for magic range weapons when you're dealing with a gun. It doubles your effective range.
What was it called?
Like, you don't want to actually increase the enchantment bonus. You want to just give it the various enhancements. Like, hey, it's got better range. Hey, it can now.
Well, actually, with a gun, you do want it to be +5 because that also gives you just the flat +5 because you're targeting a flat foot. So yeah.
Does intelligence make it increase the that at all, or no?
Wait, what?
Does
it's an intelligent weapon.
Yeah, so does that add to that plus or no? Because if it does, then my weapon is technically +4.
Intelligent weapons are weird.
Yeah,
They're just intelligent.
if it does count, then my gun is a +4.
No, it doesn't
wait.
count. It just means your weapon's intelligent.
Okay, so basically the adamantine rifle, because it took the form of my other rifle, which is made of adamantine, that already put it +1, so I got shock, then made an additional +2 to it, so it became +3, so I could get holy onto it. So yeah,
Oh wow.
plus...
Hallow's kind of a permanent effect, isn't it? Because it takes 24 hours to cast.
What?
Hollow?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one. Something
At least I think it was that. It would either be +3 or +4. Because if holy is +3, then that does make it a +4. I legitimately cannot remember if that's a +2 or +3 for holy.
What are you talking about?
For my gun.
Holy's a +2 effect.
Okay, so my gun is then technically +3. Well, I gotta get 2 more pluses added to it.
Actually, with what we've got available now, we can only get you to a +5. So as you said, another +2. So either I would say increase get a boost to range, and then a boost, and then just a flat +1 to make it a more effective weapon.
Okay, I'll do that.
Like for example, I'll be probably going keen on both of my gladiuses, and then only getting a +2, and just then upgrading them to +2. So, yeah.
Okay, so it becomes ranged, which doubles its maximum range, and just a regular +1. Okay.
Yep.
All right, anytime you're ready.
Mm-hmm. I'm ready.
Second. As expected, as the Sandra flipped the barrier, all hell is breaking loose. A couple of minutes later, you just hear a gunshot saying, "Calm down. The wizards will provide you enough air. But if you don't calm..."
To be fair, they'd have to reverse the polarity at that point, which would be kind of weird.
And almost impossible unless
Yeah, they have to actually get outside to do it.
Exactly.
Wait, no, they can't get outside.
Yeah, he's bluffing.
So, are we just gonna be sitting outside, wait till they surrender? Is that the plan?
I mean, we could technically actually get involved at this point. Like, we could we could break the space-time continuum and then basically like insert ourselves like a needle, or or we could experiment with various other things.
Eventually, you hear a message saying, "Take down the barrier." And slowly but surely, the barrier is going. The barrier is forced to be lowered.
Good.
Oh no.
So just
Fortunately, as you peek around the corner, you see a bunch of pit fiends patrolling the area.
There's also
Wait,
a bunch of awakened rats and other things inside the city just attacking demons that they can take.
Wait. They have pit fiends on guard duty?
How did they convince them to do that?
Because they said it was you.
Guys. So let's point out that again, there's a shit ton of creatures just running around. Okay, I got this. Guys, I'm gonna go talk to them.
Okay. Do you want any assistance?
Oh god, no. This is gonna be fun.
I'll keep my distance and just kind of watch.
I'll have my rifle trained and ready to intercede if it looks like something bad's going to happen to you.
She just kind of she's going to teleport in the the 20 Sams with her and just smile at the pit fiends. Now, boys, let's talk.
They just look at each other as like, go away before we kill you.
Please. You're not able to do that. You're more useful to me alive. Oh, you meant you would try and kill me, right? Right. Oh no,
Take
sorry.
take care of this.
She banishes one of them.
Just straight up banish.
Pit
Yeah.
fiend.
Yeah,
Can he even resist?
Pretty much sure he has a resistance to that. Just
I mean, I can do dismissal. I can do banish. I could just gate in a solar if we want.
A what?
It's basically the celestial equivalent of a pit fiend.
Oh, so basically you're saying, hey, they're on the mortal plane. Can you help me with it?
More like I'm saying to the pit fiends, we're talking right now. This is talking. You're gonna listen because you guys are not in a position to fight. Now, boys, I understand. You're very, very, very strong. I get it. You're oh so powerful pit fiends, lords of the hells, able to reshape reality, blah blah blah. But let's be honest here. And smiles at them. You're here by a contract, and if your bodies are destroyed, that means it's going to take you, weeks, days, months to reform in the nine hells. Is it worth it? Is it worth it to fight us? We've won every time. We keep triumphing again and again and again. We've taken on things way bigger than you. We've taken on a guy that's killed members that are your power level, mano a mano. And there's more of us, and we're stronger. And heck, that's by the fact that I can literally just dismiss all of you. You're forgetting. You're inside of a giant circle. And I had 9 days to work on it. It only took 3 days for the reversal, another day for the awaken. What do you think I did with the other 5? Can you
interesting.
really risk the fact that I didn't just set up a limited wish spell that lets me, I don't know, you're demons. Well, you're devils, technically. But at the end of the day, your your soul and your body are one being. So right now, that one being is inside of a giant circle under my control. What's more important to you? Can you take a bluff? Am I bluffing? I'm a Sandra. They call me a Sandra the Mad. Do you think there's a chance that maybe you can get close enough to stop me? Do you think you can? There's 20 guards here. Each one of them can take on, small platoons. There's Vikrin. There's so many other things. And most importantly of all, she just throws back her cape and there's just shit ton of runes on it. Do you know what the contingency spell is? You don't, do you? Because you devils can't learn it. Only mortals can. It's the thing that puts me ahead of you all. I have a backup. You don't. Now, let's parlay. She's just staring him down.
Interesting.
Oh.
You're brave for coming here without me, without me just, without me just breathing on you and killing you.
She
Tell
points
you
at
what.
him, and
Tell you what.
the Pitfiend that's talking just suddenly isn't able to speak anymore.
You can overcome his SR31.
Oh. You want me to roll to overcome that? I get a +2 from being an elf. I have.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah. Oh no, this is the easy part. Let me just load into Westwood actually. Oh, seawall. I have seawall. I can take 10 and overcome it.
Can't take 10 on a spell resist check. I don't
No,
think.
I'm saying that's how good it is. Just need to remember what level we are.
16.
16. Good. So I get before any of my magic items a +22.
Damn.
2.
Wow, you fail.
And fail.
I still get a reroll.
Oh?
That's the thing. Also, it's limited wish. I just set up a limited wish circle around them. Sure, it's not a full-on wish, but the thing is, it's the ability to. It's a magic trap. I had 5 days to build a magic trap.
Oh. Yeah.
5 days. The limited wish magic trap took me the first day or two, but it would be able to be triggered once per day. The second one made it so I could make it once per hour. Well, the second two. Now I got it down to, well, only once a minute, but at the same time, and correction, yes, with my magic items, it's not a 22, it's a 25, but there we go.
Oh.
Yeah. So she just flicks her hand. He's bound. You're in my circle.
Oh no.
You're in my circle. And animals are awakening within this circle. Every single animal is awakening, becoming lawful good from awaken. Every rat, every dog, every cat. And I don't need to be the only thing that can kill you. As literally just there's going to be animals showing up.
Wait a second.
Because the thing is, they all know who gave them this. There would be rats because every animal that's under the effect is charmed by Lillian for, Isandra, sorry, not by Isandra for the next few days. So they all really like her. See, the thing is it worth it?
He can't speak, so you silence him.
Yeah, I know. She smiles. Now then, we're going to talk contracts. She looks to the other. How many pit fiends are there? 5?
Just 2.
Okay, just 2. Okay, she looks at the other one. So then, are you smarter than your friend?
As my friend just said, if you could beat her challenger, his challenger, will let's just say let you pass. However, there are bigger pit fiends in the castle, and well, they're not going to let you pass.
Oh my. Oh dear.
But it's going to be one-on-one. No
Yeah.
friends, no family, no mere Sams.
You're right.
Well, technically it's 1-on-2. Can you can you handle it?
Oh, uh, Ty,
Yeah.
I need every pit fiend to make a will save.
Only two.
No, every pit fiend in the city.
Uh, that's going to be at least 20 to 30.
So
Jesus,
just
normally
one.
the largest you'll see these guys in groups of is 9.
Yeah, well, they all need to make a will save. As Sandra's just gonna start chuckling at them. This is not a good idea for all of you.
Including the ones in the castle.
Yeah, everyone. The castle's not fully repaired yet. They don't have the ability to stop this.
Will save?
Will save.
What is the DC of this will save out of curiosity?
Ah, it's at least in the 30s. I need to actually pull up Issandra's sheet. Wow, maybe one of them passed. 2, 3. I can only say so far only one of them's passed. Okay, so 2 of them have passed. So far only. Yeah. I need to check because the 30s may barely pass, but maybe not. If Mythweavers would load, okay, let me just take a look. Just need to look at some things. Okay. So let's see. They're pit fiends. This is okay. 6 with that. Okay, so that's going to be okay. So the 36, the 37, the 38, and the other 37 are the 4 that pass.
Those will be in the castle.
They're the 4 that are still here.
The rest were just you deleted them.
No. I'm using limited wish to change the spell, or rather, change who summoned them.
Oh.
Mm.
I change who summoned them to me.
And you set them home?
No. Then I say, clear the city of evil. They have to obey.
Which means they teleport back home.
Oh, no. I'm going to take care of every other devil. I'm telling them to take care of every other devil. I said clear the city. The castle. Fight your brothers. I'm going to recruit the pit fiends to fight for us. It's called a wish for a reason. And that's going to hurt Assandra a lot to do that, because it's going to do some nasty stuff as a side effect, but the benefit is...
What's the side effect?
Assandra's going to go sit down for a bit because she's taken a -3 to her physical stats.
How long does that last for?
3 days, but I have cleric spells to remove it. Technically, I'm also going to be taking a -3 to my mental stats, but again, I can start using restorations to heal it off. But yeah, Assandra's like, yeah, go.
Okay. So
There's a bunch of spells that let you do things. Specifically, I could have also just done limited wish, banishment, and just made every devil in the city be banished. But why banish them when I can just be like,
make them work for us.
Exactly. There's a reason why wish is so good. Yeah.
Here's what I'm actually going to do.
Yeah. To be fair, they can also just decide to say fuck off and leave because. Yeah. Speaking of which, need to roll that. I'm fine.
So here's what they actually were going to do. They're going to use Death Mastery to resummon Ryu and Demon Horse and have you fight them 1-on-2. And if you win, then just pass on. But obviously, I can't do that anymore because you took over the Pit Fiends.
Also, I'm going to use their 16 wishes that I now have to boost Lillian's intelligence by 5.
You mean Assandra's?
Sorry, Sandra's. I keep thinking of Lillian because that's an arcane trickster I was playing in another game, and I can't open up a Sandra's page. I can pull up Lillian's, who has worse stats than a Sandra, and that's the thing. It's like I can look at the level 6 character. And I'm like, yes, so I know that this is this save because the Sandra's got the +6 here and the plus this, so I can say safely that it's this. It's like, and it's like, yay! There we go. I finally got a Sandra up. And yes, I was in fact correct. Yeah, so only 4 of them passed. And now, with the power of wish, because it takes 5 wishes, her intelligence is now 25.
Congrats.
Naturally. Yeah.
So you used 5 of them. So you used 5 of those wishes to boost yourself. Cool.
And then I'm going to use 5 more to boost my con.
Ooh, shiny.
Well, yeah, my con was 10. I'm an elf.
And you got another 6 of them.
Which also just means I have 30 more HP. And then I have 6 more wishes left.
I can't think of anything.
Well, I'm going to use 5 to boost my wisdom. So my wisdom spell, all my cleric spells are now higher DC. And then the last wish I'm going to use to boost Remy's charisma. Remy, your charisma is now 1 higher. Naturally.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you.
So what? The pit fiends are all now marching towards the castle.
Yeah. And Lillian's just gonna kind of lie. It's not just gonna lie down and be like, yeah. On the plus side, I could have also boosted my dex, to be fair, but I mean, I don't really need it. Or made my strength not be 8 and made it naturally 13. But the fact that I just, usurp magic. Woo! Wait, no, wait. There's still 4 of them. They can still totally summon Ryu to fight Vikrin. Go, Vikrin! Fight Ryu 1-on-1! Or rather, 1-on-2 when he summons his horse.
You do realize that I'm just going to basically be bouncing around, keep it hidden, right? And just keep popping him. Because Ryu, if I remember right, it's a half-elf.
Oh, boy.
Hey, my character's just.
I'm trying to think of what else right now.
I mean, if Asandra wants to add a crapload of insult to injury, she could put Vikrin in command of the pit fiends, ordering them to charge the castle and kill their superiors.
I mean, that's kind of a given. I didn't think I needed to note that, but yeah.
Yes, I guess you're in charge of the Pipkins.
A servant of Desna, a chaotic good god of freedom,
I'm
is now
sorry,
in command
Ty.
of a bunch of fit beans.
I'm sorry, Ty. You gave me time, and I'm a wizard, and it's high level D&D.
Now they're forced to. Now they're forced to bring back Ryu.
The other four, yeah, I think that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna be like, "Come on out, Ryu!"
They throw a stone sphere. Ryu pops out. Half of the stone is white, the other half is red.
They summon a demon horse, and
It's obviously black and white because it's an Ultra Ball. Ryu's a rare Pokemon after all.
Oh, true.
He's not a Master Ball because he wasn't a guarantee catch. Yeah.
And Mavis and Christopher Garvey is now fighting pit fiends. Thankfully, one's a necromancer and one's a hell knight.
They see Vikram a good distance away, shouting out orders to them.
All right.
Fine.
Mr. Winchester takes aim, and
do I see him try to take aim, or is he currently engaged in hand-to-hand combat with a couple of pit fiends?
He's currently engaged. Note that you notice the gun shoots off 3 times every time he pulls the trigger. Pretty much just the all 9 for RoboCop.
Ooh.
That's the surprise.
Wait.
As in, every time he pulls the trigger, it actually counts as 3 shots. So,
yep.
So technically,
Vikram's gonna do a simple whisper.
Technically, every battle is going to be like.
Oh, whoops! Did I just? Nope, I did not fuck her that one up. I got a 79 to disappear when I noticed him trying to when I noticed him noticing me.
I have bullet ward prepared, and I'll also at least still try and hide.
I'll say every shot from him is pretty much 12 shots in a row. They treat the value, of course, every 3 shots, but yeah.
So I'm gonna go find myself a nice position to take him out from a distance.
Do you require assistance, Vikram?
That'd be helpful.
But yeah, that means he's nothing. That means the Pithmans are enough to do him because he just shoots about 12 shots in a row.
The best part is the Pit Fiends can still gate in one other devil if we need to. But more importantly, they can throw it. They each can throw out 3 quicken fireballs. So, technically I could spread that out, or I could just be like, here, this 20-foot area just takes 561 damage. Fire there. So a barracks is just evaporated. Oh wait, also technically they can do that, and then they can throw out a meteor swarm at the same area. just she's directing these poor pit. She's like, Vikram, you gotta do this. Oh god, the best part is the meteor swarm is so.
And that bite is ungodly painful.
Well, the thing is, they can do that once. They can do 517 and 581, sort of 587 to one building. So well over 500 damage because it gets halved because elemental damage. But at the same time,
I would order. Okay, I would order them to target the Osmodian Church. They're blowing up their own house.
And the best part is they can then throw 2 more quickened fireballs, so they can just be like, the soldiers like, fuck. And then they still have the ability to Scorching Ray, and they can also create undead if they want, and they can just do normal fireballs.
At will.
Yeah. So they can just be throwing out 2 fireballs every turn and just doing that damage for 3 turns, and then they can be like,
yep, I'll have a good. I might actually have one of them summon a meteor swarm right down on top of the Osmodian church.
The meteor swarm's good too, but the best part is, besides the meteor swarm, they can also trap souls and make walls of
Nah,
fire.
I'm not gonna do the trap soul. That's just mean.
But they can make walls of fire. They can just be like, let's surround these bad guy buildings with firewalls. And then it's like, oh,
So I guess I'll work with Saloon. We're gonna get a nice vantage point to take out our not so good friend Mr. Winchester from a distance, or I'll just try to sneak up on him, or I'll just straight up try to sneak up on him and stab him in the back.
I could try and distract him. I have bullet wards, so I can at least keep myself protected from his spell from him.
So I guess I'll roll to sneak up behind him with both my swords out, and specifically, I guess I'll be engaging in combat with the Pit Fiend on the other side. So I'm gonna get flanked.
I'm going to try and get into a good advantageous position initially. So sneaking into a good advantageous position so I can see a good view of him while still having a chimney or something between me and him.
He looks at you and says,
He can beat a 76 to stealth.
He's probably seeing the 63.
Yeah, he has true sight, so he can see 63.
Okay, remember. Okay, you have got to reduce that by 20, so he's going to beat a 43 perception check. In my case, it'd be a 56.
I mean, to be fair, you can't make a stealth check with you have nothing to hide behind. So if he's looking at you with true sight and there's nothing to hide behind.
Well, I said I was going to try and find a chimney or something to put between me and him.
Yeah, no, that's
I'm that as more of a passive thing.
Yeah.
Either way. Oh.
Also, I believe Rangers do get that camouflage ability, and I'm in favorite terrain, so.
And I haven't upgraded his stats because I haven't upgraded his stats. So what's the perception check?
Okay, here we go. Oh, sorry, hide in plain. Let me check what camouflage does. Yep, camouflage at 12 level or higher. A ranger can use his stealth skill to hide in any of his favorite terrains, even if the terrain doesn't grant cover or concealment. I'm in urban terrain, so I can just disappear in the middle. I can just disappear in the middle of an uncrowded street, apparently. And next level, hide in plain sight. While in any of his favorite terrain, a ranger at 17th level or higher can use a stealth skill even when being observed. I could just go, you do not see me anymore. Poof.
Oh, come on.
Is he trying to search for us?
Yeah, I'm failing.
Yep.
He knows you're here, he's just wondering
I'm
where
right
you're
behind
at.
him with 2 Gladiuses out. Guys, should I be nice and just hit him with my saps? Do we want to capture him alive?
Oh, sure. Not sure what information we can get from him.
The Inquisitor. I've been waiting to take you on battle.
Oh,
Is that what Mr. Winchester is saying?
yeah.
But he knows you're here.
Just
tried to trick you into talking.
Saloon is keeping quiet. And very, very quietly and slowly taking position to fire on him. And the rifle still has oil of silence on it, so...
Well, you'll lose your invisibility attacking you open fire.
You're a smart enemy. I like that. So he reaches for something that's, well, the equivalent of a flashbang. Unfortunately, I said the equivalent. I said it's not a flashbang.
I don't like the fact he's reaching for something. I'm going to use my whistle that he cannot hear because, hey, bird. And, Hele's going to do a dive bomb and take that from him. Vikrin is threatening him right now, so she actually gets her full bonus. Which is even higher. So I'm going to go with, this is going to be a disarm. .26 versus his flat-foot CMD.
Let me check my stat. Think I updated my stat to my phone, and yeah, it's barely hit.
Yep, the hawk just takes the flashbang thing out of his hands and flies away.
And
Fly
as
behind,
she
fly
and,
behind
and,
him.
and as she flies away, she just
She quickly flies behind a building because, you know, this is a guy that's known for using a gun.
like, damn it. Thankfully, I still have one more.
I take
Still has one.
Yeah, he still has one more left. He takes it and tries to slam it into the ground. So,
That will actually immediately trigger Vikran's attack of opportunity. He is not expecting this. So Vikran is going to take that from him.
what the second thing?
Yes. And I'm presuming this guy is a human.
Yeah.
Yeah, I take it. I just appear out of nowhere, and suddenly I'm now holding the flashbang.
as soon as
Stowing that away.
yeah, as soon as Winchester turns around, I'm gonna just take a couple shots into his back.
First one's an auto crit.
I know. Just getting my numbers up. Does a 29 hit his flat-foot touch AC?
Which is a 10.
Yeah.
All right, so he gets that, and let's just do our numbers.
Ouch.
That's just shot 1. I still got 3 more shots to go in my turn.
Is he even still alive, Ty?
Yes, he is.
All right, then the next attack. Is there like a slowdown for anyone else, or?
A bit.
Yeah.
All right, does the 21 hit his touch AC?
Yeah, it hits.
Okay. So he took a grand total of 287 damage from me.
Ah.
Ty, is this guy 19th level, out of curiosity?
Huh?
Is his character level 19?
Technically, yes.
Okay.
I just jacked up his HP so that, well, he doesn't die as fast.
If he was reduced to 0 or fewer hit points with those attacks, he can use cheat death by burning all of his grit.
Thankfully, he doesn't have to do that yet.
Oh.
Because he's still alive. He's just say, good job.
Oh, he's still standing?
Boy, For now. Yeah. Mr. Winchester has a couple of tricks up his sleeve. But yeah, he's technically still standing. Like, that's good. Boys, we retreat for now. Take the Emperor with us. I'm sure that I'm sure the
No.
Bartelos have been
No.
caught out by now.
Add Mr. Winchester. Pulls out saps to start walloping on him.
As you try to do that, one of the remaining pit things comes between him.
What?
One of the
Oh, one of the pit fiends that wasn't affected by this.
yeah.
Oh. I'm gonna keep my distance from that. Hey boys! 4 pit fiends jump down from the roof. Keep your boss busy.
Oh boy.
We have 16 pit fiends. 4 of them are gonna keep this guy busy.
As in all the chaos, Ryu's whispering something to Mavis, like, "Are you sure?" Yes. I hate. I hate this spell. But if I have no choice, resurrection. And
Wait, they try to bring Ryu back with Resurrection?
yeah,
His soul is considered free right now?
they have to free his soul in order to bring him back in the first place.
Got it. They somehow convinced the devils to hold back on the grudge.
Yeah. In order to bring him back, and Ryu uses the opportunity to bring to get his for full resurrection. But yeah, Ryu's alive and well. I pretty much have to cut his stats because he's no longer using an evil sword.
Oh boy.
I guess this is the point where Vicar and Alara step in. Alara has her sword out and she's pointing, and she's going to. No, she's going to hold off on that until we have to deal with a bigger threat, unless we want to consider this guy the biggest threat. Hey guys, should Alara burn a couple uses of her Smite Evil to give Vikram access to Smite Evil?
Sure.
Sure, why not?
That's one of the advantages she has as a paladin. I think it's Aura of Justice. So she had to burn 2 of them. Yep, she's pulling up the double check, make sure. Yep, at 11th level, a paladin can expend 2 uses of her Smite Evil ability to grant the ability of Smite Evil to all allies within 10 feet using her bonuses. Allies must use the Smite Evil ability with starting paladin's next turn, and the bonus lasts for 1 minute. Using this ability as a free action, evil creatures gain no benefit, obviously. So yeah, Ryu sees Alara just turn her sword down, point on the ground, whispering a prayer to it in Celestial, then taps it as the blade glows. Energy surges around her, and Vikram's weapon is now glowing white, not unlike Alara's. Sorry, weapons are glowing white.
If you didn't destroy my sword, I would kill you easily. But such is the challenge of a samurai, and I challenge you, pointing at Brooklyn. Moon Runner, one of the pit fiends, come. We have some heroes to kill.
No pit fiends will fight in this battle. other than with each other.
1-on-1 then? 2-on-2 then? Fine.
It could just be you and me, Ryu. We'll see how long you last.
I'll leave about my horse.
Then it'll be 2-on-2 if you have your horse with you.
Fine. Moon Runner.
Yep.
The final today is my. If my final bell is today, S roast. Check.
So yeah. So it's gonna be Vicar and Alara versus Ryu and his horse.
Yep. And I'm following after Winchester.
Yeah, Winchester. Yeah, at the time Winchester and the Algarve brothers are, and the Emperor is running toward a tunnel.
Okay. Does it look like the tunnel is in good condition? Or, like, where is the tunnel?
It's like just made right now, like freshly made.
Got it. So I guess Vicar and Alara are gonna have to roll their initiatives.
I make note of that and try and locate Sandra for some good old-fashioned demolition work.
Oh, come on.
Well, the horse can go up first, I guess.
And let me just update you. At least you. Go, Moon Runner. Wanna?
Hmm?
Hello?
Hello. Sorry. Yeah. It just unceremoniously bounces off Alara's armor. She doesn't even take notice.
All right.
So Vikran is going to roll his agility. Sorry, his acrobatics to avoid taking an attack of opportunity. Let's see, and it'll be. Does that beat the creature's CMD?
Yeah, it does.
Vikran's able to sidestep like that. And as a counter, they're going to be Vikran and Alara are going to be operating on the same turn, coordinating. Is that okay, Ty?
Sure.
Yep. And Alara will sidestep 5 feet. So now Alara will attempt to shield. She'll attempt a full sweep of attacks. No special, but Vikran and Alara have declared on Ryu. Vikran has 10 rounds to utilize that before it's used up. So yeah, let's see. This is a sword swipe. Shield bash. Misses horribly. Wait, hold it. I've actually Ilara made it double critted. Sorry about that. I've got to confirm the first one. Wait, nope. Sorry, never mind. I've got to confirm that one. My bad. Get my dice all mixed up. Okay. I'm assuming a 20 does not hit its normal AC. Sorry, 22.
No.
Okay, so she gets 2 regular hits. Okay, so I forgot to include it, so add +2 to all of those, except for, the one that automatically missed. So, a 35, a 38, and then another crit that was a 33 with a 28 confirmation. Does a 28 hit this thing's AC?
Yeah.
Okay, so she does crit once. So I'll roll the first 2 attacks, then I'll roll the last one. We'll just do the multiplication then. Is this creature considered evil?
No, just neutral.
Okay, got it. So that it takes 24 from the first 2 strikes. Then takes an additional 22. So the creature takes 46 damage from Alara's 3 swipes with her blade. I presume it's still standing, because this is a companion.
Yeah, it is.
Now it's Vikrin, who can only do 1 attack, but since he's flanking and in favored terrain, he does get his stealth attack. So he's going to use his Gladius. Almost forgot the 36 does hit it. So this guy is going to take. Where are you? Yep, 46. He is going to take 22 damage from the single swipe from Vikrin.
And that's to Ryu or the horse?
The horse.
All
That's
right.
the first opponent. Ryu gets special attention from both of them. Is the horse still standing after that?
Yes.
Okay. What's Ryu gonna do?
Interesting. He starts to wave Greater Banner. All allies, the ally he has a +2 morale bonus on all saving throws for charm compulsion. In addition, the banner displayed, the samurai can spin the standard as to rid the battler. Additional saving throws against 1 spell effect targeting them.
Even though Vikrin and Alara are not going to be using spells in this, sure, he can do that.
I know, but he still wants to fight one-on-one.
Yeah. Yep. Well, this was 2-on-2. He should be working with his horse. What is he doing?
Okay, never mind then. The game.
Look, I'm just curious about what he's doing, Ty.
Really just walks up to you. Hey, yes, it's still there, but just caught the attack bonus.
What is his? He has a plus 35. That's quite a high roll. Last one misses. Let me do the math. Ouch. Yeah, that hurt. Wait, Ty, are you using this? Are you using his previous sword stats still?
Yeah, just cause. So here's his regular.
Okay, got it. He hits on 2. So he does actually get, and also because he moved, he can only attack once. So actually, only 1 attack. Sorry.
Oh yeah, it's on 1.
So he does hit Vikrin, and he does do some damage. Vikrin definitely is unhappy with that. Yeah.
Or sees his opportunity.
Just checking the favorite defense feat. Oh, nice. I do have a +2 dodge bonus against him, so yeah. Who is this targeting?
Vikram.
He does only 6 damage.
All right.
Just because the second one critted and crits auto hit. So Vikrin is not the happiest of campers right now. But he is still alive. And let me double check my numbers really quick. So I get a 2 to the defense. That's 34. And I do have the paladin ability on me right now. So, okay, Smite Evil. Okay, so yeah, Vikrin has an effective AC of 35 against Ryu. Because, wait, no. Deflection bonuses stack. I forgot that. Wait, do deflection bonuses stack? Yeah, deflection bonuses stack, sorry. Yeah, I couldn't remember which one it was. It was the deflection bonus to do stack, so 3 plus 5. So actually, yeah, Vikrin has an effective AC of 36 against Ryu. Sorry, 37.
So all you have to watch out for is the first and second slash.
Theoretically, yeah. But remember, only 1 attack hit him because he can only attack once.
I meant if he has a full attack.
Theoretically, yeah. So yeah, Laura is going to counter the horse, and she's going to do her whirlwind of attacks. I will do the math right this time. This is Sword Slash. Shield Bash. Does the 30 beat its CMD?
Yeah.
With an additional +4 on top?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. The horse is now prone.
Ouch.
She slammed the horse into Vikrin, and because an enemy entering when one creature enters an enemy space, it automatically falls prone where it was before that. So yeah, he's now prone, which means he's at -4 AC. Last one misses, but yeah, we'll do that. We'll do the damage now. Another 27 damage to the horse. The horse still alive?
Barely. It's trying to limp back to its master. No, I'm not gonna actually show that right now, but yeah.
Yeah. Vikrin is going to try and stab the horse to death. I'll do each attack one at a time so I can direct the next attacks at Ryu. Subtract 2 from that. Subtract 2 from that attack. I forgot to. Wait. Yep, just subtract 2 from that. So yeah.
Alright.
So 24. Is the horse dead?
Yeah, as he crawls over, he looks up one more time. It says, not says, but like,
Nays.
Vikram just slices his head clean off with his gladius.
Wilbur.
Yep. So we've got to. I forgot to rejigger that math.
Bazak will
Because,
like that.
These are light weapons. So this should be. So now Ryu is going to take the full brunt, and I do actually have to. I'm actually going to engage. I think it's power attack. So I'm going to reduce my attack by 4, but I gain an additional 8 damage per attack. So this is Vikram's offhand. So, but I get certain bonuses. I get a plus 5 for fight. I get a plus 5 for fighting him, so I'm actually at a plus 1. Wait, nope. Plus 4. My mistake. So I'm moot right now. Forgot Alara's. Wait, no, sorry, no, plus 5. Forgot I boosted her charisma slightly. My mistake. Let's see, 28. Was that all of them? Can't remember if it's all of them. Nope. I forgot the last 2. Okay, what was the DC to beat?
For Ryu?
Mhm.
Let me check. My mouse. That's 25.
What was that time?
25 because he's
Got it. Limited equipment. Okay, so that means
pretty much no limited equipment.
Yeah. Okay,
Remember, he
so,
just got resurrected, so he doesn't have all his equipment.
Okay, I hit on 1, 2, 3, 4, and the odds are, okay, so let's see, 1, 2, 3 offhand. That's important. I do actually need to know this. 2 on hand. So yeah. He will take 116 damage.
Ouch.
as Vikram just starts slashing him with his blades.
Mm. Now it's my turn.
Just gotta remember I'm at a plus 5.
Damn.
He hits on 1.
Take the damage, which is 20.
Yep. So yeah, he's definitely beating Vikram up a little bit, but
Yeah, I understand.
yep.
Remember, this is his last stand, so. Not yet, but you know, come on.
Yep, Alara has enough movement to do it. So Alara is going to move, whoop, and walk around him, and she's going to shield bash him. So go ahead and swap Vikram and Alara's positions in the turn order. She'll go ahead of Vikram from now on. So Vikram will hold till after Alara. So yeah, she gets a +3 to charisma. Yep, charisma. A 39 versus his AC and Flatfoot.
Yeah, it hits.
He's on the ground.
Well, he's on the ground.
Alara points her blade at him and says, "It's recommended you surrender now."
Sorry, hon. Once I make the chance, I can't surrender. No offense. I hope you understand.
And I wish you luck when facing the Raven Queen.
Wait, the Raven Queen?
Sorry, not the Raven Queen. When you face Pharasma. Because Vikram is about to go blender on his ass. Because now he's on the ground. And between two people, flanked. So Vikram again will do a power attack. So minus, okay, so it's going, let me do the math. If I could actually roll, oh wow, that first attack misses anyway. Okay, so first one on a miss, so one offhand, one on hand. So two offhand, one on hand. Just doing the final math now. He takes another 118 damage.
As he takes this damage, he stands up. But as you notice, he's pretty much semi-conscious. Usually the last stand ability.
Oh boy, that's a unique one.
To the just look at Victory and says, "To the end."
Ah, I see. Now that he's now at 0 HP, he's now
Yeah,
below 0
he's at 0
HP,
HP, so that means,
but it's gonna be minimum damage.
huh?
But it's gonna be minimum damage unless I crit on the attack.
Exactly.
So is he going to attack?
He looks like he's going to attack, and then an uncharacteristic move, sheaves his sword. You beat me. Do what you will with me.
Sap.
Nope. Vicrin's neutral good. Drop your sword. Hands to the back of the head.
Fine. He drops his sword at Wakasashi.
Yep. Alara's gonna kick. Alara's gonna kind of use her sword to scoot those away pretty quickly. And Vikram's going to do a full pat down for any other weapons on him. Full search.
Well, because he got resurrected, he has no other weapons on him. The horse, however, still has his storable.
Well, would somebody mind? Poking Sandra, have her opening the door to the pocket dimension? I've got a new guest for Hotel Sandra.
I'm not near you, so you're gonna have to try and find her on your own.
Yep. We'll be tying his tying his wrists together, and then use some rope to tie his wrist to his waist, so he can't use his hands at all. You're gonna use tongs to put the sword and the wakizashi into a bag. So I'm not.
They know, you know, this is just a normal sword at Wakasashi.
Okay. Well, I guess they're going to be spoils of war then. Chucking those guys into my handy haversack. We're going to lead him to a Sandra, then push him into the pocket dimension, where the Sams will keep track of him for now. For now, we'll keep you on ice. Your fate will be decided later.
Just looks like he was like, it was a good battle.
Yeah, because he knew in the end that even though, he could hurt Vikrin long term, he's still got Alara his back who's going to go full defensive.
That's pretty much why he surrendered, because
Yep.
even if he could knock out and kill Vikrin, he hasn't made a challenge to Sandra yet. So that means he's going. So that means he's going. He's going. That means a couple of hits later, he's going to be dead again.
Yep. Also, Vikrin has that res unit. Alara is going to fairly quickly walk over to Vikrin and be very concerned while healing him, grumbling something about, that was risky what you did there. You should have used your damn bow. Grumble, grumble, grumble. So she's an 11. She's a 11th level paladin. That should be noted on the sheet. Yep, 11th level paladin. That means it's.
So while all that's going on, Assad, the Emperor and his men is making their way to the tunnel. Saloon, what are you going to do?
Okay, I'm going to follow them, but staying about how far back do I want to be? I want to be up to at most 800 feet away from Winchester, and also cast Bullet Ward again, so I got my protection. I'm following. Do I have like a even at 800 feet? Does it look like I have a clear shot at Winchester, or is he like just too heavily obscured?
Too heavily obscured.
Okay, what about Marvis?
With Mavis, yeah, he got criticized him.
Oh, I can get some shots off on him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I assume that's going to met the his flatfoot touch.
Yeah.
And so Marvis just took right now 176 damage. Is he still alive or dead?
So here's what happened.
I think you blew his damn head off.
No, actually, he blew his chest out.
Oh.
As you shot him through the heart, the
Shot through the heart, and you're to blame.
Darling, you give love a bad name.
Continue on.
now you're a clear shot of Winchester.
All right, take a shot at Winchester. Okay. Does 21 hit his touch AC?
Nope. At least a 25. As he goes to fire it back,
Okay, at least one hit. So he takes then 47 damage. Just remember, I'm about 800 feet away from him. So he's gonna...
Jesus.
Yeah, the whole range thing, yeah, that doubled my max range.
Yes, that's why it's amazing. Also, just to let you know, you only do flat foot out to 5 range increments.
I'm technically still in my 5 range increments.
Oh, okay.
Yes, 160 times 5 is 800.
Oh, wow, you're just barely still able to do it. Man, that's a long shot, yo.
Yep.
eventually, it's like in the tunnel, and you on the field.
All right, so light in the tunnel. Okay. So drop myself on the battle on the field right here.
To no, as in, a small fortress about here.
Okay, so we're moving there.
That's where they're heading to.
I just move that there for reference.
Unfortunately, by the time you catch up, the fortress has been closed. You might need a thief to unlock the door.
Okay, let's take a check and see if I can do this.
Wait, are you gonna try the utility shot?
Uh, first, if my first attempt doesn't succeed, then maybe.
You can't do utility shot. You lost. That become musket master.
Don't believe I did. Let me just check that.
You're a musket master. Aren't
Yeah, I am.
you? Musket master replaces utility shot.
Yeah, shit.
You could lose all of
Yep,
those.
that did, damn. Well, then the other way I can do it. What's the check? Attempt to pick the lock. Nope. I'm assuming a 21 does not come anywhere near trying to pick the lock.
Nope, not even close.
You can try again because you got a pretty good check there. I don't think there's a lock in existence with a DC higher than 35.
Yeah, you picked the lock.
Okay.
I'll double check to see if there is one that has one higher, just to make sure.
Recast. Well, I still have my bullets still flying around me. I cast casting invisibility while opening a door. Well, that'd be interesting. Do I hear anyone on the other side?
No, but 1 second.
Actually, there are locks that have a higher than 35.
What?
The superior lock.
That's like
DC
40.
40. Yeah. DC 20 is a simple. DC 25 is average. DC 30 is good, and DC 40 is superior.
Actually, never mind. I forgot to actually equip his actual weapon. Because I had to make it special. But yeah, nothing. Say, you see nothing.
And I hear nothing.
Yeah.
Well, cast invisibility on myself to hide.
Alright, as you. Alright, you're hide. Now, what you going to do?
I'm going to do what I can and try and trace, like, try and use survival to try and track my quarry. Actually, also just use the spell quarry to find Winchester. Bing, is Winchester within 30 miles of me? And if so, where is he?
Actually, you find Winchester, but something strange is going on. It's like you've seen this trick before.
What trick am I seeing?
There's only one way to find out.
I'm prepared for fight. Also, anything else? I guess I could do the survival to try and track him down to get to him.
Jimpin666 said I have d20pfsrd.com.
With a 29, am I able to try and find him?
Not really. You have a feeling magic is involved in this trick.
True sight is something I'd need. Well, it's not invisibility, because I can see through that. Illusions. Okay. Knowledge Arcana. What can I do to help break through whatever it is that's affecting this? Because magic. What? Oh, forgot the 20.
Here you go.
That's the actual roll. 41.
Remember the old magic guild?
Yes.
That's the trick. That's the trick they're using.
Ah. This one might need some reinforcements with. Also, my character would obviously know that, but refresh my memory. How exactly did we get past that illusion of the old magic guild?
A special key.
Ah, so we're gonna need a special key.
Or some way to break the illusion.
Well, we're definitely gonna need a Zandra then. So, keeping this entire location in mind, I'm going to go back into the capital to get my allies. In the capital, do I find my allies?
I hope
Yes,
so.
you find Ryu currently being pushed into the pocket bench by Vicar and Laura.
So he came back.
Yep.
Anyway, I know where Winchester and Co have gone. Marvis is dead. So let's get going.
Did you make sure this time?
Let's see. He kind of has a big hole where his chest used to be.
We'll burn the corpse just to be safe.
Yeah. So I was kind of in a hurry to try and go after Winchester. Heads up, we're gonna have. You recall the Magic Guild? Yeah, we're gonna have to think with that kind of logic to get in. Or
magically trapped.
Yeah, that and some illusions and stuff.
Oof.
Also, let's first at least take us to where Marvis's body is. Is his body still there?
Let me check.
Necromancers have that nasty habit.
Yeah, I was just hoping it wouldn't have been that long.
I thought because you cheated death before. Yeah, he's still there. He's dead.
Excellent. Pour out a flask of oil. Not my oil of silence, just a regular flask of oil, and I just toss a match on him. Corpse starts to burn.
He burns, he ripples. All of his magic shit is pretty much accelerates the bonfire.
Yeah, let's be honest.
And well, he's dead. Very, very, very dead.
Alright. Let's continue on, and I'll show them to, like, right where the magic is happening.
And now Rogue Crane just said fuck you to me.
Just kick you out or something?
Yeah, let me just reset. And I'm back.
Alright. So, lead them to the area.
So, body missing?
Oh, Marvis? We burned his body.
Oh, good. I'm assuming alchemist fire.
Flask of oil and a match. Yep, you were there. You witnessed it burn.
Got it. I would have checked the body for valuables first.
To be fair, it probably would have been evil stuff.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean we can't destroy it for later on. So, gonna basically anything that looks valuable.
The only good thing you found is just a couple of alchemist fires.
We'll just leave those on his body when we burn him. It'll burn him faster.
Well, that helped.
What are we burning?
Yeah, Marvis's dead body.
Oh, I got you a present.
Yay.
Ryu is now staying at Hotel Asandra.
Yay. I don't know if that's good or not.
He's the evil samurai.
I know.
We have him currently
who-
tied to a chair.
You can
And have
remove
like
his
a couple
fingers.
and a couple of Sams are just watching him.
You can just remove his fingers.
Nah.
I mean, that would help. Let's just totally remove his fingers and be like, look.
Alright, so to get caught up, Saloon chased the Emperor down to a hidden passageway, down to a hidden base. Unfortunately, the base is so hidden that, well, remember the Magic Guild? Yeah, it's illusions and traps. So Saloon can actually find the the Emperor and company.
So, Zandra.
Okay. Unfortunately, I didn't see the Emperor, so I can't use Quarry on him.
Well, I did. I used it on Winchester. Yeah, I have Quarry. I used it on Winchester, and that's how I realized it was kind of weird looking. So, Bing, Emperor. The
Oh, nice.
pretty much the same thing as what we saw with like Winchester, or
All right, so what you gonna do now?
well,
How are you going to break this illusion?
Zandra. Does Zandra know like a very powerful dispel magic? Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Okay. Second, I thought I got disconnected. Everyone else here?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Okay. So, disable magic. That might be a good option. Because that would probably dispel all the traps and illusions. True Sight would help us get around the illusions as well. Diplo, you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
So,
Here's some true sight. There's some true sight. Here's some true sight. And yeah, I could just, dispel magic. I mean, yeah, let's do this. Dispel. So the Emperor ran down a secret hallway.
yeah, we went through that hallway. We're now where the base would be.
Nice.
So, bing, bing. Okay, True Sight. We see through the illusions. What are we seeing now?
Kinky
Yep.
people.
The Emperor seeing an emergency drone with Winchester and Argave from his planning, and the two remaining devils.
So basically, they're just right in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got my rifle ready, and I'm about to take 4 shots at Winchester. So, I really should.
Hold on.
Hmm?
Let's make this playing field a little less fair. Vikran whistles, and do any of the devils that are under our control hear us?
Are they even
I mean,
still
we
around?
could just have the devils fight this and be like, go!
Nah, I think we'll have them handle the devils. I don't feel like playing with pit
Okay,
fiends
so
today.
2 devils per each of their devils to make it fair.
Mm-hmm.
They want to do
Yeah,
2 and 1 odds with us.
they hear you.
So they're probably grumbling that they're having to take orders from a servant of Desna. But hey,
It's for the good of their knowledge, their learning.
Yeah, I just say, you two take him. You two take him. We'll take the mortals.
All right.
And Vikrin is also, so that we have someone else with this, going to designate his quarry as the Emperor. He's going to point at the Emperor and saying, "You're not getting away from me."
Ah, just leave already. You took down my empire. What do you want from me? You took down my empire, broke, broke, broke down my whorehouses, and destroyed my arena. What more can you take from me?
Your crown.
Over, and who will lead?
Your father.
I'm the last of my line. Remember, my
Your father.
parents are dead.
Your father, who we resurrected because we got a hold of Ryu's sword, and then freed the souls from it, resurrecting both your father and your mother. They are very unhappy with you, young man.
Also, I could just take over this nation. Like, literally, it wouldn't be that hard. I mean, who's going to be like, Asandra can't own this empire? Asandra is a bad ruler. I think everybody would agree that I'm a good ruler.
I think he'd be a scarily efficient ruler.
Good ruler.
My father's weak. That's why I took over the empire. Look at.
No, he was wise. No, he's a fairly wise and intelligent man, and fairly charismatic. He's just not physically strong. Those are the most dangerous men.
But look at Conscious says I ruled the empire. I took over all this land. I took over other lands. I
With the
almost
help of
took
devils, and we flipped it with 5 people and a hawk most of the time.
You got lucky. But that's why I'm interested in you. So I make you an offer one final time. Join us, and together we'll rule everything. In the name of Asmodeus, of course.
So Loon just smacks Isandra on the rear. You know what to do.
Saloon, save it for after the fight.
CK.
You obviously haven't been reading the intelligence reports about me, have you?
Of course I have. Why think I want? I want to make this offer to you directly. Your family is part of the Asmodean cult. Why not join them? I was planning to recruit them anyway.
You mean my father, who and my two older sisters?
Exactly. I was planning to recruit.
I haven't seen for who I haven't seen for 70 years, and my true father and mother are both extremely devout Desmonds who raised me.
I was planning to recruit them anyway and destroy your so-called true father.
Okay, he's getting arrow to the face. Anyone pose arrow to the face? Arrow to the face.
No, wait. Just before you impose arrow to the face.
I gave Isandra permission for CK.
Yay! Cloud kill! Then you can arrow.
You're gonna drop cloud kill on them?
I mean, yeah, I'm just going to drop cloud kill and geese on him. Then you can arrow him.
Okay.
I can sit still and not move.
Just before the gates hit, he says, "Agave, Winchester, defend me."
What? Really? They're gonna defend you? Oh my god!
Well, that's his last line of defense, so of course.
They're both bitches. I've had to deal with more troublesome stains from A Night with Saloon.
The real things that you should have sent against us immediately was those two guys, and it's the two pit fiends currently. I've got a feeling one of them
they're currently bound.
is being pinned. Yeah.
They're
Well, no, what I'm
currently
thinking, I'm
bound,
imagining. No, what I'm imagining is let's go with the Emperor controlled pit fiends. One of them is currently in a full Nelson while getting punched, a full Nelson by one of our pit fiends while getting punched by another. And then
Pretty
the
much.
other one is just basically is just kind of fighting. Is just currently dealing with two of them that are currently bouncing him back and forth while flanking him. Just that image of pit fiends beating up on each other just amuses Vikram so much.
Yep. Well, I guess the cloud is forming.
And as you try to form the cloud, a gravity slashes you.
So he ran all the way from wherever to us.
Yeah. Cassandra, does that hit?
Hold on. Alara has. I've got to double check the spell. I believe Alara has it set, but there's a specific spell she can use in this case.
What, for Unholy Greatsword?
Let's see. What is it? I've got to double check what it is. It's a spell that lets her swap places with someone.
Like transpose ally or something?
Hold on, I'm double checking it. I do have. What is it? Where are you, you stupid thing?
So while that's going on, can I take my shots at Winchester?
Yeah, sure.
Oh wow, really?
Nope. Darcy is like, I thought you were better than that, Inquisitor.
Yay! Fight, 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 fight.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Really? Okay, so two hit.
Yeah, 2 hits.
I guess all Laura could do is is the shield others spell.
Well, in addition to all the damage he's taken before this, he takes an additional 87 damage. How's Winchester looking?
Not that good. In fact, he's knocked out.
Ooh. Out for the count.
Knocked him out? Damn.
And then something else happens. Remember the vest remember the vest you wanted? The one that
Yep.
brought you back to life?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Winchester died of it first. So he's resurrecting.
Ah.
Damn. Thank God pushes this vest.
This is going to be fun.
What vest is he wearing?
Something with determination. Enchantment.
Oh, got it. So yeah, he's now at a -1 level.
Yeah.
And he
So it's level 18 now.
He's at a -5 to HP, -1 to attack, and -1 to his saves. I think is the really short and dirty version of it. He still has all of his abilities. It's just he's down by a level. So let me double check one thing with determination. There we go. It gives the Breath of Life spell, so he would get back when he hits 0. And also any damage that he did take, it doesn't stop him at 0. This can just keep him alive, so he might have some health. If it'll ever freaking load.
Emperor. Fine. And he pretty much and the Emperor pretty much heals him.
Oh,
But yeah, he's actually a cleric,
okay.
believe it or not.
There we go. Okay, the spell would cure 5d8 plus 10 HP. That it's not the most powerful, but it's a way to keep alive.
But yeah, he's back to full health because, well, believe it or not, the Emperor is actually a cleric.
How about Asmodeus?
Yeah, that's strength time.
Yay!
I might have another addition to your collection, Asandra. Also, unfortunately, that shield ability doesn't work. I can't find that other one that I know Alara would care.
I only know it was like called Transpose Ally. I think it was called.
It's not Transpose Ally. It's something else.
Well, if you can't find it, then Sandra takes 11 plus damage.
Why am I taking 11
Oh,
damage?
never mind. It's Paladin Sacrifice. That's what it is.
What does it do?
Why am I taking 11 damage?
Because Winchester went after you the second you came.
No, that was Agave.
Agave went after you the second you tried.
Alara will take the hit for you. The Paladin will take the hit.
Go! Go, my meat shields!
It's 11 plus, 1 second.
Okay, here we go. You open up okay, here we go. Yeah, one creature instantaneous, range close. You open up a brief but powerful divine conduit between you and another creature, taking on the damage and any other effects that creature suffers while the creature in range is hit by the attack or fails a saving throw. You can cast the spell, and the wounds or effects are magically transmitted to you instead. You are affected as if you were hit by the attack or failed saving throw, taking all damage suffering all the adverse effects. Any resistances or immunities you apply normally, but you cannot otherwise reduce or negate the effects in any way. If you use the spell against effect against your target, you increase the area. So, okay, so yeah, yep, Alara takes 15 damage. She can tank that.
And I guess this would be your cutoff point because the final battle is next week, and that means I have to actually create a
stat them out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one cleric that's level 7 versus us and a gunslinger.
Well, at least it makes an interesting final battle because at this moment the only person that actually hurt you was with Agave
and Winchester.
Oh, true. Well, yeah, true. I did upgrade his stats. I just actually make his gun.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna keep the mage safe. Paladin's gonna keep the mage safe.
All right. Winchester's mine.
So hopefully everybody has fun.
And Vikran's going to kick the shit out of this pansy of a cleric.
Mm-hmm. I've had fun.
Next week's the final battle. Oh, by the way, just a six and giggles. All you have, but Winchester's now level 18 as level 19.
Okay.
Because technically I will make him level 20, but since he has resurrected already, he's level 18 again. 19.
Okay. 19, but he is.
He's 19, but had to step as a level 20.
No. He's a level 20 character that has one permanent negative level, which means he has minor. And it's also it's not a sorry no it's a temporary negative level, which means he's -5 to his HP, -1 to his attacks, and I think -1 on his saving throws. And I think his skills also are weakened as well, but they probably won't come into effect.
All right.
Forever upper. Alrighty.